This is the WEOL Diamond Duel, live on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. Coming up, the Keystone Wildcats take on the Waynedale Golden Bears. It's brought to you by your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. Valley Chevrolet on Route 18 in Wellington. And by Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. And good afternoon. Welcome to Thurman Munson Stadium, Memorial Stadium, I should say, here in Canton, Ohio, the site for today's Division 5 District Championship game here on WEOL.com and on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. I'm Rocco Nucci. He is Zach Sprague. And again, this is a Division 5 District Championship game here from Thurman Munson as the 6th-seeded Keystone Wildcats out of the Lorain County League take on defending state champion, the Waynedale Golden Bears, the winners out of the Wayne County Athletic Conference. Again, I'm Rocco Nucci. He is Zach Sprague. A big thanks to all of our sponsors who hopped on board for this one today, and a big thanks to our pregame show sponsor. They are your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. It is always a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Well, Zach, a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. On one side, you have Keystone, who trying to punch their ticket there, right? And for Waynedale, it's a place that they've been to the last, 4 or 5 years in a row now. Three state championships for Waynedale out of the last 4 seasons. So I think for the Golden Bears, on paper, they come into this one the favorites. But for Keystone, they're going to give them their best shot. We certainly know that about the Wildcats. You had their district semifinal win against Girard.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Waynedale's got something to live for here. I mean, you win, you defeat Edison 2-1, 2022, 2023. You beat Harrison Central 10-1, which is a crazy
domination
right there. Lose in 2024 in the state semis, but you make it to the state semis still. That's pretty far. And win last year against St. Paris Graham local. I mean, Keystone. If you're a Keystone fan, you think you're gonna be like climbing an uphill battle here, but if you're a Keystone player or a fan, you're still in this. I mean, you're here for a reason. You're the 6th seed here for a reason. I mean, it was a close game against Girard, especially at the very end, but it was just pure domination from Youngless on Tuesday. It was. I keep on thinking it's yesterday, but it's Tuesday.
Well, no Ryan Youngless today, as we know. He went the distance against Girard, so starting today for Keystone, it will be Blake Moore who will take the bump for the Wildcats. He's 3-1 this season in 22 2/3 innings of work, sporting a 2.78 ERA, so he will certainly have his hands full against a talented Waynedale lineup. With that in mind, why don't we step aside and take our first time out as they get set for the anthem. We'll be back with more of the North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show right after this timeout.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
And we're back here on the North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show, part of today's WEOL Tournament Diamond Duel. Rocco Nucci and Zach Sprague here with you live in Canton at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium as Keystone gets set to take on the Golden Bears of Waynedale out of Apple Creek. Well, Zach, let's get to our starting lineups. Those are brought to you by Network Land Title Agency. Big shout out to Judy Glenn and the folks over at Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. For Keystone, again, second in the Lorain County League, 16-10 they went overall on the season, 12-2 in conference play. They're the 6th seed. They are led by manager Bert Fitzgerald, and their lineup will look like this. It'll be junior pitcher Blake Moore leading off. Ryan Youngless, a junior shortstop, bats second. Senior third baseman Tucker Webb will bat third. Wyatt McKee in center. He's a junior, batting fourth. Brendan Hagerman behind the plate, another junior at Keystone. He'll bat fifth today for the Cats. Luke DeVore, a sophomore at first base, will bat sixth. In the 7th spot, it's junior right fielder Kyle Hurley. Senior second baseman Quinn Otto bats 8th, and rounding out the starting 9 for Bert Fitzgerald, it is senior left fielder Shane Ohl. For the Waynedale Golden Bears, it'll be Braden Steiner, the long, lanky righty as he looks out there. Zach, he'll take the bump for the Golden Bears here this afternoon. The defense around him will look like this. It's Brock Reef-Snyder behind the plate, Maddox Kidd at third, Jordan Miller at short, Colin McLaughlin will be at second with Logan Troyer at first, and in the outfield left to right, it's Cam Miller, Hudson Barkman, and Cameron Mast. So again, Keystone, the 6th seed, Waynedale, they are the top seed. They went 25-3 this season, 12-2 in the Wayne County Athletic Conference, winning that league for the second straight season. And again, Zach, this is a team that they've been in the state tournament for 4 straight seasons. They're 3-1 in those trips. Again, you mentioned it during our pregame show. Again, brought to you by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. They lost to Heath 4-3 in the 2024 state semis. So these are guys that, again, they've been here before. Keystone, I think, on paper, they may think to themselves, or probably not thinking this to themselves because they think they deserve to be here, and they certainly do. But from the outside looking in, they could certainly be looked at as the underdogs. But, hey, you play the games for a reason, right? Games are not won or lost on paper, and I think that may be the message from Bert to his guys here today. So here we go. It'll be Blake Moore, the junior pitcher, leading off for the Cats. Keystone in their purple uniforms here today. First pitch being made at 2 o'clock, 72 degrees here in Canton. Big swing and a miss by Blake Moore, who's down in the count 0-1 to start today's ball game. Again, lineups brought to you by our friends at Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Second pitch fouled, straight back off the screen, 0-2. Down quickly in the count is Ryan Youngless. We'll get you our keys to the game here momentarily as well. Those are brought to you by Nick Abraham Elyria Ford and Nick Abraham Buick at GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. So Steiner trying to get one down quickly here. Blake Moore down 0-2, and he swings through the fastball there. A beauty off the arm of Braden Steiner. First punch out of the day for Steiner. And that one brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. It'll be Ryan Youngless now, junior shortstop, climbing in, 524, the regular season average for him, Zach. That's absurd.
Insane, especially how the top of the lineup as well is what you love to see.
6 home runs, that's a team high, 34 ribbies as well. He swings at the first pitch, but it's an atom ball right at the shortstop, Jordan Miller, who puts the squeeze on it for the second out. Zach, you want to sneak in a quick key to the game for us?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the key for both teams pretty much is production from the bottom of the lineup.
Okay.
Set 6 through 9 hitters, I mean, you always have trust for your first through fifth. That's why they're batting that top half of the lineup. But if you get production from the bottom half of the lineup, is absolutely amazing, is what both teams would love to see. As
first pitch to Tucker Webb in there for a called strike. Tucker, a 500 hitter coming into this one. Again, keys to the game brought to you by Nick Abraham, Elyria Ford, and Buick GMC. Thank you, Zach.
And, of course, another thing I would like to add is good pitching, as Steiner is making quick work of Keystone right now.
He certainly is. Tucker Webb in a 1-1 count here after that pitch missed. Here it is. That one missing outside, getting by the backstop, Brock Reef-Snyder. I think for Waynedale, too, you could say maybe lean on some of that experience, right? When you've been to the state Final Four 4 seasons in a row, trying to make it a 5th. You certainly have some guys that have been there and done the job up and down that roster.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, tons of experience for this team.
Webb takes a breaking ball in there for a called strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2. So Steiner, he set down Moore and Youngless quickly. And Tucker Webb trying to get something started here with 2 outs in the top half of this first inning. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Tucker Webb tardy on the fastball. Another strikeout for Braden Steiner. Brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. We'll head to the home half of the first. 0-0 our score. Golden Bears of Waynedale getting their first at-bats right after this timeout.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry. You're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Back here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton as the Golden Bears of Waynedale get set for their first at-bat. Let's get you some more starting lineups brought to you by our friends at Network Land Title Agency. As for Keystone, it'll be Blake Moore, the righty, on the bump. He's 3-1 this season, a 2.78 ERA, 22 2/3 innings of work. By the way, did not omit any stats for Waynedale on purpose, just was not able to get them. They don't list them on Max Preps and just didn't quite have enough time earlier today to catch up with Coach Doherty to get those stats from him. But we know it's certainly a potent Waynedale lineup, both offensively and defensively. So Blake Moore, the 9 he'll have to face for the Golden Bears, led by head coach Lucas Doherty. It'll look like this for the Bears. It's Braden Steiner, a senior pitcher, leading off. So how about that? Both pitchers for either side leading off for their respective teams here today. Again, he's a senior. Logan Troyer, a junior first baseman, will bat second. Cam Miller in left field. He's a junior batting third. Jordan Miller in the cleanup spot. He's a senior shortstop for Waynedale. Hudson Barkman, a junior center fielder, will bat fifth. The catcher, junior Brock Reef-Snyder, will bat sixth today. Colin McLaughlin, he's in the seventh spot. He's a senior second baseman for Waynedale. Maddox Kidd, a sophomore, the lone underclassman in the 9 for Coach Doherty. He'll play third defensively and bat eighth. And then Cameron Mast, a senior right fielder, will round out the batting lineup today for Waynedale. Defensively for Keystone, Brendan Hagerman behind the plate, Tucker Webb at third, Ryan Youngless at short, Quinn Otto at second, Luke DeVore at first, Shane Owen left, Wyatt McKee in center, Kyle Hurley is in right. Again, lineups brought to you by our friends at Network Land Title Agency. And by the way, Mr. Sprague, dimensions that were given to us in the outfield, it's 400 to dead center here at the Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, 330 down the lines.
I mean, McKee's going to have to play, if not as good, but better defense here as he is in center field.
Going to have to use that speed that we certainly know he has as Steiner takes that first pitch from Blake Moore outside for a ball in their first strike, 0-1. Thank you.
Yep.
I was wondering why the Keystone faithful was applauding that. That would make sense. Moore into his wide. Here it is. That one chopped foul, third base side. So he gets ahead of Steiner quickly. Does Blake Moore, 0-2. Again, no offensive or pitching stats for Waynedale. Again, they don't list them on Max Preps, and that's not something you have to do as a team. I know there's different coaching philosophies on that front, so apologies to the Golden Bear faithful who may be tuning into this one. Do have the numbers for Keystone, though. Big thanks to Bert Fitzgerald for giving us that. Is that one lifted foul high back behind the plate, banging off the aluminum above us here. It's a noisy stadium here, Zach. I guess you could say about Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium.
I don't want to say older stadium, but you can tell it's a loud, steel, older stadium. I mean, I think that's the kind of charm behind it.
There you go. You're not being mean about it. You're just being objective. You're being factual. That's what we like.
Mm-hmm.
2 strikes here on Steiner, and he'll step out and call time. Waynedale in the Savannah Banana-esque golden jerseys. That was what you likened them to as we caught up with Coach Doherty quickly during pregame festivities. Keystone in the purple tops with the white pants. That one lifted out towards center field. McKee, a beat on it, but it's over his head, and that one's going to get all the way up against the fencing. And let's see how far Steiner goes. He'll take that turnaround second, digging for third, and he's in there standing. Braden Steiner, a leadoff triple to start this home half of the first for Waynedale.
I mean, that's that 400-foot fencing the center really coming into play there real quick.
Yeah, that is a big outfield that Ole, McKee, and Hurley will have to cover. And we know the speed that Wyatt McKee has. We've seen it on the football field. We've seen it on the baseball diamond plenty as well. But, boy, just not much he could do about that one. It was absolutely toasted to that right center field gap. And McKee, I mean, he just did well to, I think, prevent an inside-the-park home run right there. Steiner was moving. So it's Logan Troyer's turn, who takes that pitch for a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Troyer, a junior for Apple Creek Waynedale. The first baseman defensively today for Coach Doherty. Trying to give his team an early lead after the Steiner triple. Moore's 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? They'll appeal to first. No, says the first base umpire. Beg your pardon. 1-1. Again, Moore just 22 2/3 innings of work. Youngless is certainly the ace in the rotation, but Moore, at least statistically, figures to be their number 2. Tucker Webb, the other arm that they use consistently throughout the season, as Moore's breaking ball skips across the plate, taken for a ball by Troyer.
I think for Keystone as well. I mean, on Tuesday against Girard, Youngless had a rough first inning, laying up 3 hits and a run real quick. But Moore hoping not to have that same feat, but he's off to a rough start after that leadoff triple.
Troyer calls time and steps out, and it's no knock on Girard, but Waynedale, I think, maybe just a slightly different beast than Girard.
I'm not talking them down at all, but I'm just it's a thing for Moore that really doesn't want to repeat.
Breaking ball in there for a called strike, 2-2. Boy, how big would a strikeout be for Blake Moore right here? If he can keep Steiner at third for at least a batter. Nobody out still here as, oh boy, a big swing and a miss by Troyer. Moore went way inside with that fastball. Maybe more of a defensive swing, Zach, than anything. Troyer, a big swing and a miss, another LCCC strikeout.
Yeah, that was way up and in on that one. Just trying not to get hit.
Yeah, so Troyer, he is dispatched as Cam Miller steps in, junior left fielder, batting third today for the Golden Bears. Boy, again, those uniforms, they certainly are golden. No question about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Hard to miss them on the field. Moore's first pitch, swing and a miss. Blew it by Cam Miller, 0-1. So we'll see what Keystone elects to do defensively. Everybody kind of at normal depth, so I think they're of the understanding if they have to give up the run just to get out number 2 secured, I think that's a sacrifice they'll make at this point. Probably the right move. Far be it from me to play, radio booth manager here, but going to square around Will Cam Miller. It's a good one. They're going to throw home, and it gets by the catcher Hagerman as Steiner slides in safely. Miller takes the turnaround first, and he'll be cruising into second. And wow, nearly perfect execution from Keystone defensively. Just unable to get a clean exchange between Blake Moore and Hagerman. And actually, Zach, that ball went out of play, so Miller will get all the way to third base. Or no, I'm sorry, he's just going to give the glove. I'm sorry, his batting gloves to his head coach over there at third, so he will go back to second. So Miller takes his spot on second after the error. As Steiner comes in to score, and it is 1-0 Waynedale here to start this Division V District Championship game.
And not what you want to see. I think he would have, if that's a good throw
good
there
throw
by
gets him.
Moore. Yeah.
Jordan Miller now steps in. He takes a called strike, 1 at the knees. Winner advances to Wednesday's regional semifinal. That would be June 3rd next week. That's at 5 o'clock at Massillon, Washington. Those folks not too fond of the folks in Canton, as we well know. Awaiting the winner of either Berkshire or Chagrin Falls, as there's another good pitch from Blake Moore, strike 2 to Miller.
I mean, Moore dominating the strike zone, just a little too over the...
The 0-2 misses upstairs, 1-2. I think he got good contact, at least, what he would want from a pitcher's perspective against Cam Miller. It's just, again, the throw home just not quite on point to Hagerman. He couldn't squeeze it and put the tag down, but that throw would have beat Steiner as, boy, he drops in a beauty of a breaking ball there. Miller well out on his front foot, and that's another strikeout courtesy of our friends at Lorain County Community College. You're here, your classes, your future. So now with 2 down, it'll be junior center fielder Hudson Barkman. Waynedale leads Keystone in this first inning, 1-0. Braden Steiner scoring off the Keystone error defensively. First pitch to Barkman is in there for a called strike. So I'll give Blake more credit on that front, Zach. He's certainly getting that first pitch over for a strike, at least so far through one.
I think every single batter so far has started off with the 0-1 count.
He'll take a look at Cam Miller at second, now fires, and that one fouled straight back off the screen. My goodness, that one
almost came and hit us.
Yeah, that's everybody watch yourself out here. That's well, maybe it's a good thing that this window up here in the booth doesn't necessarily want to stay open. It slammed shut on us a couple times during pregame, and maybe it was just trying to warn us, Zach. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, the net doesn't go to as high as you expect it to.
This window's seen more than us here, as that 0-2 pitch misses inside 1-2. A good take by Barkman. Yeah, boy, right? I mean, literally, as we were set to start our broadcast, we had this puppy wide open, and it slammed down right on us. Runner goes on the pitch. It misses up and in. Throw to third, not in time, as that nearly sailed over Tucker Webb's head, as Cam Miller will swipe third. First stolen base of the afternoon for either side. Hagerman, I don't know if a good throw even gets the speedy Miller there, but it was a throw that nearly sailed into left field, and that could have made this 2-0. Thankfully, Webb able to sky for that baseball and keep it on the infield. 2-2 the count now.
Really good jump by
Barkman, a high pop fly towards shallow right field. Going to be a tough play, and it's the right fielder, Kyle Hurley, who battles the sunshine and puts the squeeze on it for the third and final out. Waynedale, they'll plate one on one hit, one error. They'll strand one, and we'll head to the top half of the second. Our score, Waynedale 1, Keystone 0. Wildcats up to bat right after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors here today: North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, Network Land Title Agency, Nick Abraham Buick GMC, and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, Valley Chevrolet, and Eco Tree Services. As big thanks to Jared Kozar, he's tuning in right now, saying we sound A-OK on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. That's what we strive for, right? We're certainly not, the most velvety baritones between us, but we'll get the job done for you guys. Wyatt McKee, Brendan Hagerman, and Luke DeVore all due up for the Wildcats here in their top half of the second, trying to answer that run from Waynedale as the Golden Bears lead Keystone here in this Division 5 district title game 1-0. First pitch from Steiner, chopped to the third baseman Kidd, who gloves it cleanly. Low throw over to Troyer at first, but he digs it out to retire the speedy McKee, who is set down on just one pitch, 5-3 on the putout, as Brendan Hagerman gets set for his first at-bat of the afternoon. Junior catcher at Keystone High School and a .322 hitter coming into this one. Maybe he can pick himself up offensively after letting that toss home from Blake Moore get by. Last half inning, he takes that first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0.
I mean, a hit here for Hagerman would really boost him here.
Certainly, you have extra base hit capability if you can find a gap out there. Big swing and a miss by Hagerman. He was tardy on the fastball, 1-1. More action on WEOL today, by the way, should tell you that. Radio voice of the Cavs, Tim Alcorn, will return to WEOL. Longtime voice, obviously, here before taking the Cavs gig. As that pitch to Hagerman misses inside, 2-1. He will be tag-teamed with Jared Kozar over at the Rame Athletic Complex in Berea. It's at Berea Mid-Park High School. They have Amherst and Walsh Jesuit in a Division II regional final softball game, as Hagerman went too far on the check swing there. Count evens up at 2-2. So Make sure you guys stay tuned later on WEOL for that one. Tim Alcorn and Jared Kozar have Amherst and Walsh Jesuit for a trip to the state Final Four on the line. Also, congratulations to Elyria Catholic and Amherst baseball yesterday, each capturing district championships. The 2-2 to Hagerman, called. Strike 3 at the knees. Hagerman couldn't pull the trigger on it. And that is strikeout number 3 for Steiner, brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So now it's Luke DeVore's turn, sophomore first baseman. Batting here with nobody on and 2 down. He's a .241 hitter. 5 home runs, though, to his credit for Big Luke. First pitch to him. That one misses up and away, 1-0.
I think when I was looking at the Girard versus Keystone stats, I mean, all the Luke's home runs came against divisional, conference rivals, which was what Keystone loves to see. Hope maybe one here as well.
He took a big rip at that one, but came up empty on it as the count moves to 1-1. Yeah, DeVore certainly a good size in that right-handed batter's box. Can certainly do damage if he gets a hold of one, and that one fouled straight back, heads up. As the count moves to 1-2. Yeah, that could be potentially perilous for us, Zach, with that netting not really extending to protect the folks in the press box area.
Yeah, I'm not liking how close these foul balls are getting to us.
That one, too, misses upstairs to DeVore. Count evens up at 2-2. Yeah, we do have some camera work for another media company going on down in front of us, and I hope for her sake none of those come our way anymore.
That last one was really close there.
The 2-2 lifted high and drifting out of play right side of the infield, as that one will bang against the bleachers. Again, it is a loud and noisy stadium for sure here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Vintage ballpark, though, right? I mean, you think of a classic baseball stadium, and this definitely fits that feel, no question about it.
Oh, absolutely.
We had an Amherst tournament game here last year. I forget who their opponent was in that one, but they were victorious as they made it all the way to the state title game at Canal Park. Comets hoping to get there once again this year for baseball. Keystone hoping to find themselves in downtown Akron as well, as DeVore takes that one inside. Counts full now at 3-2. Amherst softball trying to punch their ticket to Akron as well. They play at Firestone, is the site for the state Final Four for softball. Comets trying to get there. DeVore sprays that one into center field, and it's by the infielders for a base knock. Nice piece of hitting there by Luke DeVore, and I'll tell you what, Zach, a really nice at-bat for him as well. Had 2 strikes on him early, battled it back full, and then just put one right up the middle for a base knock to get the rally started for his Cats.
Oh, yeah, that's got to make him feel real good, especially last game against Girard, striking out twice, swinging, so able to put the bat on the ball.
Kyle Hurley goes after the first pitch he sees and fouls it back out of play, 0-1. Hurley, a junior, playing right field defensively for Keystone today, and a .302 hitter with 13 RBIs to his credit. So I'll tell you what, Hurley with 13 RBIs in the 7th spot. Quinn Otto, who would be up next, has 13 RBIs. Those are 2 guys that can bring home DeVore, who dives back in safely at first on that pickoff throw. DeVore, though, not blazing speed necessarily, so you certainly would have to
steal.
you'd have to plug a gap, I think, to score him from first, as Hurley takes that one up and in. Count evens up at 1-1. Hurley with 4 doubles this year, 10 stolen bases. Luke DeVore does have 1 stolen base this season, as Hurley launches that one to deep left field. That one with some carry, but it's the left fielder Cam Miller who ranges back and puts the squeeze on it for the 3rd and final out. Boy, I'll tell you, Kyle Hurley gave that one a ride, but 3:30 down the lines, Hurley did not have enough juice to get that one out, and the side is retired. Keystone, they do get a hit, but they leave DeVore stranded. We'll head to the home half of the second. Our score, Waynedale 1, Keystone nothing. Golden Bears back up to bat after this timeout.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
After the timeout, we are back here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium for this Division 5 District Championship game. It's Keystone and Waynedale. Wildcats were the 6th seed in this bracket. Waynedale, they were the top seed. And again, if you're just joining us and missed it in the pregame, and if you're unfamiliar with the Golden Bears baseball program, Golden, I think, could certainly be a good describer for it, Zach. Again, they've been in the state Final Four in 3 of the last 4 seasons. They've won 3 of the last 4 state championships, beating Edison in 2022, knocking off Harrison Central in 2023. They lost to Heath in the state semis in 24, but last year they blanked St. Paris Graham local 3-0 to capture another state championship. So it's a very experienced, very successful Golden Bear roster and coaching staff. And they're off to a good start here today, leading Keystone 1-0 as they get set for their at-bats here in the second. Brock Reef-Snyder, the junior catcher, will get things started. First pitch delivered from Blake Moore. That one missing for a ball, 1-0. Again, apologies, we don't have the stats for Apple Creek Waynedale. They don't list them on Max Preps, and admittedly, my email to Coach Doherty, probably a bit too late for him to get those to us, as that one skips in 2-0 now. But I totally get that, right? With how busy baseball coaches and the athletes. I mean, you remember postseason rolls around and you are dialed in, right? From start to finish of your postseason run. So Coach Doherty knows what it takes to reach that ultimate goal. As the 2-0 misses, 3-0. That one a close one. Hagerman unable to squeeze it, though. I wonder if maybe that impacted how the umpire saw that one cross. So 3-0 now on Reef-Snyder. Colin McLaughlin awaiting on deck. Maddox Kidd would be due up after that. Here's the 3-0, and a get-me-over fastball there from Moore. Reef-Snyder taking all the way, 3-1. Again, Golden Bears already up 1-0. Braden Steiner, a leadoff triple to start the ball game, or to start the home half of the first, I should say. Came around to score on a Cam Miller dribbler and a throwing error. As there's ball 4 to Reef-Snyder, so he'll reach to start the home half of the second. First walk surrendered by either side here this afternoon. And so now it will be Colin McLaughlin, senior second baseman for Waynedale. All righties thus far, if I'm not mistaken, correct, Zach? I don't think anybody from Waynedale has been in that lefty box.
No, you don't. At the high school level especially, you don't really see many lefties.
Moore takes a peek at the runner, now fires, and scoring around was McLaughlin. He pulled it back as it missed well upstairs, 1-0. Rakanushi and Zach Sprague here with you. Division 5 District Championship game. Later on tonight at 5 o'clock from Berea, Jared Kozar, Tim Alcorn have Amherst and Walsh Jesuit regional final softball. That bunt attempt down from McLaughlin. Moore pounces on it, flips it over to first in time, so the sacrifice is successful by McLaughlin as Reef-Snyder will move on up to second. And that will bring up sophomore third baseman Maddox Kidd, the lone underclassman in the batting lineup for Coach Lucas Doherty.
A little bit of small ball. Yeah, you don't see enough. Yeah, I feel like you don't see enough small ball nowadays.
Well, and when you look at a team where, again, you know, they've won 3 of the last 4 state titles, I think that they'll play some small ball. They'll try to plug the gaps. They can probably do a little bit of everything as that first pitch is in there for a strike to Maddox Kidd. Of course, we don't cover Waynedale consistently throughout the course of the regular season. They're out of the Wayne County Athletic Conference, a little ways away from Lorain County, but we certainly know about them as that one is fouled. First base side out of play, 0-2. But a tremendous program, no question about that. Oh, yeah. These two teams actually met in the 2024 regular season at Waynedale. Golden Bears winning that one 7-0. Big swing and a miss there. Kidd underneath the fastball, and there's another strikeout for Blake Moore. I believe his 3rd of the afternoon. Yes, it is. And those all brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. So now it's Cameron Mast, the senior center fielder, digging in. He bats here with a runner on second. That's Brock Reef-Snyder, but 2 down now. Blake Moore trying to get his team back into that dugout. They trail Waynedale 1-0 here early. Swing and a miss by Mast, 0-1.
I think Blake Moore's really like, get this.
Oh, wait a minute.
What happened?
Are they going to say catcher's interference?
Oh,
That's the only thing I can
are.
think of. So catcher's interference, I believe, is the call. I mean, Zach, I know you're the one that played high school baseball between the two of us, so you correct me if I'm wrong. Bert Fitzgerald, head coach for Keystone, asking for an explanation. Hagerman pleading his case. I don't know what exactly is being said or what his defense of it might be, but they will call catcher's interference, and so Maddox Kidd will reach first. Wow, I have not seen that this year, Zach. It's multiple seasons, I think, since I've seen catcher's interference. It's not something you see often at all.
Oh, no. Now you'll see Hagerman back up a little bit now. Definitely make sure. And this is not who you want up to bat right now. Steiner led the game off with the triple.
Right. Boy, oh boy. So let me add that properly in the scorebook here. A little CI for catcher's interference. Steiner in now. 2 runners on, 2 down, but Steiner, real good opportunity for him to increase his team's advantage here. Pitch from Moore to him, skips across for a ball, 1-0.
This should be 2-0.
Was it 2-0? Okay, I missed a pitch. Thank you, Zach. Reef Snyder's at second. Cameron Mast at first. I was trying to figure out how to write that one down in the scorebook, but 2-0 the count here on Steiner, so Moore's got to be careful here with him. Takes a peek at the runner, now fires. Breaking ball, drops in there for a called strike. A good one off the arm of Moore. 2-1.
You can see McKee
He's
drifting
that
way over in the
to
right center.
Our right, his left, yeah. That's where Steiner hit the last one. Steiner tries to punch it down the third baseline, but it's foul, gloved by head coach Lucas Doherty. He fires that one back into Blake Moore, so the count evens up now at 2-2. So where do you go from here? You've thrown him some fastballs. You've thrown him some breaking stuff that he's laid off of.
I think you've got to challenge him. He
right.
spiked 2 curveballs into the dirt early in the at-bat, and he fouls off fastball that last pitch. I mean,
he was in front of it, so you got to be careful, I think, still, if you're Blake Moore. You don't want to just groove him one. Moore checks the runner, now fires, and that one is spiked, and it's by Hagerman as it skipped in front of him. He couldn't quite keep it in front and gets all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance. So Reef Snyder up to third, Cameron Mast on up to second, and the count is full now for Braden Steiner, who again started the offensive afternoon for Waynedale with a stand-up triple. Cam Miller brought him home on the error. Here's the 3-2. That one is chopped foul, third base side, so we'll do it again. You can tell Steiner, he's maybe trying to poke that one down the line, trying to squeeze it by Tucker Webb.
He's getting real flirty with that third base line.
Well, Webb fairly close to the line, though. Holding that runner. As Moore will take a peek at second. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball, strike 3, called. He dropped it in there on the inside black, and a beauty of a breaking ball from Blake Moore. Strikeout number 4 for Blake, all brought to you by our friends over at Lorain County Community College. So, Waynedale, they get 2 aboard, no runs, no hits, no errors, and they'll strand both of those base runners as we will head to the third. Our score remains Waynedale 1, Keystone 0. We're back with more of this Division 5 District Championship game right after this timeout.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy.
Back at Thurman Munson, it is a 1-0 Waynedale lead as Keystone gets set for their at-bats here in this top half of the third. It'll be Quinn Otto, Shane Ohl, and Blake Moore all due up for the Cats here in this half inning. As Otto, a .265 hitter, batting 8th today for head coach Bert Fitzgerald. Trying to get the leadoff man aboard here for Keystone, trying to figure out Braden Steiner, the righty for Waynedale, who fires a first pitch fastball right by Quinn Otto, who swung on and missed 0-1.
And Quinn getting on here would be huge for Keystone. They
Absolutely.
haven't had the leadoff man on yet.
Get some speed on there. Maybe Ohl could bunt him over. We'll see. As the 0-1, a beauty of a fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. So Steiner very efficient with the fastball here early, aggressive with it, moving it in and around the zone. Here's the 0-2. That one misses upstairs, 1-2. He's working fairly quickly as well. All right, gets himself back onto that rubber. Readjusts himself fairly quickly, and then he's right back to work. 1-2 the count here on Quinn Otto. Here it is from Steiner. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch that Otto went after. Maybe was out of the zone. Otto unable to get a piece of it, and he is set down on strikes. The 4th punch-out of the afternoon for Braden Steiner. All brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. Shane Ohl, the senior left fielder, will now bat. The 9-hole hitter today for Keystone. One down, nobody on here in the third. The pitch. That one, a fastball that missed low and in, 1-0. Ohl leads the team in triples. He has 3. He's also tied for best on the team with Wyatt McKee for stolen bases. Those young men each have 21. Foul tip that went into the catcher's glove, so a strike called there on Ohl. Count evens at 1-1.
And speed would kill here, especially if Ohl can get on.
Well, we saw Steiner, how he started the home half of the first for Waynedale. A stand-up triple on a ball in the gap, and Ohl will lift one into center field. It gets down in front of Barkman, and the Cats have themselves a one-out base runner here in the top half of the third. Shane Ohl reaches on a nice piece of hitting, and the lineup will turn back over now to Blake Moore.
Exactly who you want up with a base runner with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, 21 stolen bases to his credit. You almost have to think that he's going to be on the move here in some form or fashion. Because if you're Keystone, you can't really afford to wait around too long. It's only 1-0, but you certainly want to get one on the board sooner than later. As first pitch swinging is Moore. That one high to left field, not terribly deep though, and it's an easy play out there and left for Cam Miller, who puts the squeeze on it for out number 2. So tough break there for Keystone. You have the speedy Ohl at first, and he doesn't even really get a chance to run as Blake Moore retired on just one pitch. He, saw a fastball he liked and tried to do something with it. You can't always hate on that as a head coach necessarily, but maybe certainly would have loved to see a better result there. Nonetheless, Ryan Younglist digs in now with 2 down, 1 on. Junior shortstop. He is 0 for 1 today with a line out that on a ball that was really roasted to Jordan Miller, and he'll go that same way. This one gets by the shortstop Jordan Miller into left field for a 2-out knock. So Younglist will reach third base hit of the day for Keystone. Ohl moves on up to second. And with 2 down, there's 2 on now for Keystone for their 3-hole hitter, that's senior third baseman Tucker Webb. Webb, a .500 hitter coming into this one. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. It's just 7 RBIs to his credit. Boy, would he love to pick up 1, maybe 2 here, depending on where he can find some outfield turf. Here it is, first pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for a called strike, a good one from Steiner, 0-1. Kind of the same pitch that he just struck out on to end that second inning.
Oh, yeah.
That inside loopty-doopty curveball that starts in and then just slowly creeps back over. Steiner steps off as he'll look Shane Ohl back to the second base bag. 0-1, the count still on Tucker.
If I'm Keystone, this is exactly where in the order in 2 outs where you want to be right now.
Just need some timely hitting right now if you're a Keystone fan. As calling time is Tucker Webb. He'll step out to collect himself as maybe a little gamesmanship here. Steiner changing his pace a little bit after a couple of base knocks against him here this half inning, and he knows Tucker Webb's certainly capable of tying this ball game up or maybe even giving Keystone the lead. Here's Steiner's 0-1 to him. Big swing and a miss. I think Tucker tried to make this 3-1 on that swing. He's well underneath that fastball, and now he's down in the count, 0-2.
Wade, big swing there.
It was a violent cut. It was a violent cut at the baseball right there, no question. 0-2 now, though, for Tucker. Got to find a way to do it. And Steiner steps off again as Shane Ohl will scurry back to the second base bag. Youngless unfazed over there at first. He will maintain that leadoff. Can Keystone get a timely hit here in the third, or can Braden Steiner get his Golden Bears back up to bat with a 1-0 advantage? He has their lone run thus far. Here's his 0-2. Swing and a miss. He ran it up and in on Tucker, who was unable to catch up with it, and that is punch-out number 5 for Steiner, who has it working so far through 3 innings. Another strikeout courtesy of Lorain County Community College. We will head to the home half of the third. Waynedale leads Keystone 1-0. Golden Bears up to bat right after this timeout.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Home half of the third here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton, Ohio. I'll tell you what, Zach, beautiful day out here in Canton. Breeze moving from left to right in the outfield, but really not too much cloud coverage. We're sitting here in the low 70s. It's a really a picture-perfect-esque game, or a day, rather, for baseball. And a nice facility to house this one as well.
Oh, truly. I mean, this is what you want for a baseball game. Not a cloud in the sky, from what I can see, nor behind us either. I mean,
well, and with
unless you're an outfielder and you're looking straight into the sun, that's the only thing you don't like about it. But
got to have the shades on. Well, and with what our spring sports athletes have to do, I mean, you know, I mean, it rains over half the season for that matter. It's cloudy, it's muggy, so great to see a nice game here. That one fouled straight back. My goodness gracious, 0-1 the count. Yeah, folks, you know, obviously we're not on video here today, but the netting here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, it doesn't extend that high, as that breaking ball misses downstairs to Logan Troyer. Count evens up at 1-1. So, yeah, there's been a couple of foul balls hit over that netting that have been rocketed our general direction. Thankfully, none have entered the booth. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Blake Moore, who took a little something off of it. 1-2 the count here on Troyer.
I'm thinking this is why this window in front of us is broken. Too many foul balls off of it.
Yeah, I do question if this glass has been replaced a couple of times. It looks a little seasoned, so I think it's okay for, you know, at least a couple of months or years or whatever. But here's the 1-2. Breaking ball in there. Strike 3 called. Troyer unable to get the bat off his shoulders. And there is another strikeout for Blake Moore. For him, that is, what, number 5. So he's got 5 punch-outs in his own right. Those all brought to you by our friends over at Lorain County Community College.
Back-to-back K's looking on that slider, curveball, pitch. And it's just that slight movement in. Starts out, you think it's going to hit you, but then it just slowly moves back in.
Yeah, it's one where you maybe give up a little too early on it as a batter, and then it dips back in as Cam Miller takes a called strike 1. He is 0 for 1 today, technically reached on the error that scored Braden Steiner. Got all the way to second on that play. Stole third, but was stranded there. Blake Moore fires a fastball up and in that missed. 1-1 the count here on Cam. He's a junior and left for Waynedale. And the Golden Bears, winners of 3 of the last 4 state championship games. They've been to states 4 years in a row. As there's a big swing and a miss from Cam Miller. 1-2 the count.
That fastball working as well. He started up past 3 hitters with that curveball and sneaked that fastball right by him.
And he does so again right there. Drops one in at the knees. A fastball that Cam Miller unable to swing the bat at. So that's 3 punch-outs looking in a row now for Blake Moore. Strikeout number 6. Again, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So with 2 down and nobody on, it'll be Jordan Miller's turn, a senior shortstop. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Moore's first pitch to him. Fastball that missed up and in, 1-0.
I mean, especially how Moore started this game with that leadoff triple, battled some adversity, and has really made himself known here.
1-0 pitch in there for a called strike on the breaking ball, 1-1. Got a text from Amherst Athletic Director Casey Wolf, who was tuning in. Appreciate him listening in today. Best of luck to his Comets as they continue their postseason trail, both on the baseball and softball side of things. That 1-1 missed, 2-1 the count now. Landon Wolf, his son, a huge part of that Amherst baseball team. Great power hitter for the Comets, really productive in that lineup. Great defensive player as well, as that one lifted into right field, foul territory, and it's the first baseman, Luke DeVore, who will range way to his left and battle the sunshine to make the squeeze for the third and final up. So 3 up, 3 down. A nice inning of work there for Blake Moore on the mound, and he'll send this one to the 4th, where Keystone still trails Waynedale 1-0 here in this Division 5 district championship game. We're right back after this timeout.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected. Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Start of the 4th inning here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton in this Division 5 district championship game. The winner on to Wednesday's regional semifinal, 5 o'clock. Where these two teams, again, battling for a shot at the Sweet 16. Berkshire in Chagrin Falls, or Chagrin Falls, I should say, awaiting the winner of this one. As for Keystone, it will be, if I could turn my scorecard over here, Wyatt McKee leading off as he takes that first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Wyatt is 0 for 1 today with a ground out to third. Took just one pitch to retire him that first time, though, so I think he did well just to take one here. Here's the 0-1 from Steiner. That one misses low and away, 1-1. Wyatt this year a .308 hitter coming into this one. Again, tied with Shane Ohl for a team-high 21 stolen bases. Wyatt has 5 doubles, no triples. That's almost hard to believe with the kind of speed he has. Here's the 1-1. That one chopped. It's an awkward one for the second baseman, McLaughlin. He charges it, throw, not in time. And that's great speed by Wyatt McKee, beating out an infield single. Colin McLaughlin, the second baseman for Waynedale. I'll tell you what, Zach, I don't really think he ever had a legitimate shot to get McKee there. That's one of those where you'd almost have to barehand it and then immediately dispatch it. And I think he did well just to, make the smart play, glove it cleanly, unable to get McKee, though. So a leadoff single for Keystone. That's big for the Cats because Wyatt could certainly be in motion as Brendan Hagerman now digs in, junior catcher. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. He takes that fastball for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
I mean, for the second baseman there, you really had to bank on a good hop being early and not waiting back for that hop.
Pickoff move, not in time as McKee dives back in head first. Saw McKee during warm-ups, getting loose, getting some sprints in, so you know he wants to take off if he so chooses. 0-1 the count here for Hagerman. Steiner taking his time on this pitch. Now he steps off, and time called at the plate. Okay.
Yeah, and he was going too. He had him timed up and everything.
He certainly did. He certainly did. As you can tell, Steiner, when Keystone does get runners on, he'll change his kind of flow and rhythm a little bit. Throws back over to McKee, but not in time. Wyatt back in there with a slide. Again, 21 stolen bases this season for McKee coming into this, so with Keystone down 1-0. They're out hitting Waynedale right now, 4-1. He goes on the pitch. It's swung on and missed by Hagerman, and that throw from the catcher, Reef Snyder, left of the bag. It was fielded by McLaughlin, who kept it from going into center, but an easy stolen base there for Wyatt McKee, number 22 this season for him.
Almost too easy there. I mean, throw went to the other side of the bag. Looked like the catcher tried to rush that throw, Reef Snyder.
So now can Hagerman get him to third? I think that's the big job right now for Brendan, with nobody out still, but an 0-2 count on Hagerman. Steiner looks back and will just pump fake that throw as McKee steps back onto the bag easily. Now he'll take that big lead off of second. Steiner takes a peek at him, now fires the 0-2. Swing and a miss by Hagerman, who came up underneath the fastball. So Hagerman down on strikes for the second time today. Another one for Braden Steiner, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. That is 6 on the day now for Braden. So now it's Luke DeVore's turn, the sophomore first baseman. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled in the second, but was stranded there. So a huge RBI opportunity for him here. He's got 24 of those so far this season. Second best on the team, behind only Ryan Youngless. DeVore calling time there before that first pitch was made. Now he'll climb back into that box. Turf infield and outfield here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Steiner checking McKee a couple of times. Now fires to DeVore, who rips it into left field for a base hit. McKee's going to get waved around third. He'll dig for home. The throw comes all the way home, but it's nowhere near in time, and it's an RBI single for Luke DeVore. Keystone has tied Waynedale at 1 apiece here in this Division 5 district title game.
Absolutely amazing piece of hitting there for DeVore. Ripped that inside fastball and torched that into left field.
Yeah, that is a beautiful base knock there for Luke DeVore, who just punched it by Maddox Kid at third. Cam Miller, I give him credit, a nice strong throw to the home plate, but unable to get the speedy McKee as that first pitch to Kyle Hurley misses away 1-0.
It's so much speed out of McKee, man.
Well, that's the beauty of having him lead off an inning and reaching. Again, that started with an infield single, and next thing you know, we're tied at 1. 5 hits now for Keystone. Oh boy, an excuse me swing there for Kyle Hurley as the count evens up at 1-1. We've seen that a couple of times from these Keystone hitters, that Steiner has gone inside and just sort of twisted them up like a pretzel, you could say.
Oh, yeah, that's that up and in fastball really catching them off guard.
The 1-1, that one lifted foul out of play first base side, so the count will move to 1-2. I could go for a pretzel at the ballpark right about now. Beautiful day for one.
Don't get me hungry.
Hey, I missed both breakfast and lunch already, so I will be in need of some nutrition after this one. That throw over to first, not in time, as Hurley back in with a head-first slide. And tied at 1 now, Keystone and Waynedale are, after Luke DeVore's RBI single scored Wyatt McKee. Here's the pitch. That one chopped foul. And so we'll do it again at 1-2. I tell you what, Zach, to your credit, you mentioned this during pregame. Keystone, they kind of punch above their weight, you could say, when they schedule the non-conference, and I think that really pays dividends when you get to these matchups in the district final. You're trying to get to the Sweet 16. You know, you're not timid. You're not scared. You feel like you belong because you've seen teams of this caliber, and that one runs in and gets Kyle Hurley. So way to wear it, Kyle. He reaches on the hit by pitch. First hit batsman today. So how about that, Zach? We've seen a catcher's interference. Now we've got a hit by pitch as Luke DeVore will move to second on that.
About seen it all already today.
You say that, and the great game of baseball will find a way to deliver another exciting moment somehow, some way, as it'll be a conversation now with the Waynedale coaching staff. I think that's Lucas Doherty out there to talk with his pitcher, Braden Steiner, along with the rest of the infield. So take me into the mind of that pitching mound conversation right now, Zach. If you're Coach Doherty, what are you telling young Braden Steiner out there?
And just relax. I'm taking this time out to let you catch your breath. You've been working fast. I know you. What it seems like for Waynedale or Steiner is that he likes to work quick. He keeps himself in it and keeps the hitters like antsy. But take this time out, slow yourself down, take a breather, and get back to what you were doing the first 3 innings. Paint that up and in fastball. Get that curveball down and away for a strike, or inside for a strike. Just get back to those corners then over the plate.
Sometimes easier said than done, but I think your overall point is correct. Steiner has, I think, maybe gotten a little too cute at times here this half inning, and he nearly throws that one over top his catcher's head. Brock Reefsnyder, who reached up to snag it. 1-0 the count now for Quinn Otto. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 13 RBIs under his belt coming into this one. And a well-placed outfield knock could give his Wildcats the lead, but he comes up underneath that fastball now. 0-2 quickly for Quinn Otter. 1-1, I'm sorry.
Looks like he wanted all of that one.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Steiner. That one fouled straight back off the netting. Now the count moves to 1-2. Again, Luke DeVore on second. His RBI single that scored Wyatt McKee tied this baseball game at 1. Kyle Hurley was then hit by a pitch. So 2 runners on for the Cats. Still just 1 down in this top half of the 4th inning. Steiner's pitch up and away. It missed. Count evens at 2-2. Again, Waynedale has been to the state Final Four for the last 4 consecutive seasons, winning 3 of those 4 state tournaments. As there's a big swing and a miss for Quinn Otto. He came up empty on a healthy hack, and he is set down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Strikeout number 7 for Steiner, brought to you by our friends over at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So now it's Shane Ohl's turn. He reached on his only at-bat thus far in the 3rd. He got as far as 2nd but was stranded there. So now he bats with 9 RBIs to his credit. Would love to make that a double-digit figure here after this at-bat. DeVore at 2nd, Hurley at 1st. Steiner trying to get out of it with no further damage. The pitch, that one nearly ran in and got Ohl. And it missed way inside 1-0. So I don't know what it is. If Steiner maybe just isn't quite as comfortable anymore. You see him kicking around that turf out there. So maybe just something with the way the mound is set up right now. Just not agreeing with the cleats. Not sure, but he's lost that fastball a little bit here in this 4th inning as far as location goes. Still plenty of zip on it. Here's the 1-0. That one missing well off the plate. 2-0 now. And
I think he's just trying to locate it way too much.
Could be.
Trying to paint the inside and outside corners. Keystone hitters looking to kind of lay off that up and in fastball because they know it's a ball.
Well, they've sprayed some hits. They've got 5, does Keystone offensively, and that one misses well outside. 3-0 now to Shane Ohl. And so now Steiner in danger of loading the bases with the lineup about to turn back over to Blake Moore, the leadoff hitter and the pitcher for Keystone today. He awaits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-0. That one in there for a called strike, 3-1. Did not get the name of the umpires all the way around, but I'll tell you what, a slightly delayed call from our home plate umpire, right? Would that be fair without being too critical? Again, not being mean about it. It's just sort of his pace.
That back at, ooh, not the camera.
Ooh. Boy, oh boy, that one.
They don't look like they're coming at us pretty quick, but they're coming at us pretty quick, I'll tell you that.
Man, that one, I couldn't even really phrase that one. That was coming right for us, and thankfully the young woman in front of us is also A-OK, running camera for another media operation. That one was dangerous up here. That camera's worth more than my life, so I'm glad for her sake that that's okay right now. 3-1 the count here on Shane Ohl.
Should be 3-2.
Here's the pitch. Ohl sawing that one foul, so now for sure it's 3-2. Again, 2 runners on. DeVore at 2nd, Kyle Hurley at 1st.
And good at bat here for Ole.
It is a great at bat right now for Shane. Hopefully, an umpire trying to signal to the scoreskeeper that it's 3-2. He's waving his hands out there, but to no avail. They still got 3-1 on the board, but it is a 3-2 count here for Ole. Steiner a strike away from getting out of it. The pitch, that one high and foul out of play, first base side. So we will do it again at 3-2. Runners, of course, on the move on each and every pitch here. So Luke DeVore and Kyle Hurley, safe to say they won't be needing to do any sprints later on today to get their cardio in. They'd love to be celebrating a district championship later. I know that. Waynedale trying to spoil that, though. The pitch, that one missed well upstairs. A wonderful at-bat from Shane Ole, and that will load the bases as he takes first. Luke DeVore moves from second to third. Kyle Hurley goes from first to second. And again, the bases are now juiced, as that is the first walk surrendered today by Braden Steiner, in addition to the hit by pitch. And the lineup turns back over now to junior pitcher Blake Moore. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout.
Oh, how he would love to help his cause real quick, give himself some insurance runs.
First pitch from Steiner to him in there on the outside, Black 0-1. Boy, if you're Blake Moore, you're thinking to yourself, man, he couldn't spot one for the last 3 hitters, and he comes in and paints me on the first pitch. Come on. Got to hang in there, though, if you're Blake Moore. 0-1 the count on him. Here it is. That one high and drifting foul out of play once again over on that first base side. And, boy, that one banging off the guardrails over there. One of the fans, I tell you, I tell my wife this all the time. She got up out of her seat, this fan, do I right, to maybe go make a play on that one. And my wife asks me all the time, should I ever attempt to catch foul balls like that? My immediate answer, Zach, is heck no. You kidding me? No. The velocity, the spin on that thing, that's going to go right through the wickets and conk you on the nose. That's not what you want. So I'm glad that did not happen over there.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blake Moore set down quickly on the strikeout. Another one for Steiner, number 8. All brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. Keystone does score 1 on the RBI single from Luke DeVore that brought home Wyatt McKee, but they leave the bases stranded, and we'll see how that maybe factors into the rest of this one. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Our new score, Keystone 1, Waynedale 1. Golden Bears back up to bat right after this timeout.
Hi, Tim Elfman, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
All right, bottom of the 4th here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Rocco Nucci and Zach Sprague here with you. As we were joking around with the other media company to our right here, they got a camera right in front of our window that, man, oh man, a little dodgeball action. Where's Patches O'Houlihan when you need him? Do you get that reference, Zach? Am I aging myself with the dodgeball movie reference right there? Oh boy. Well, do yourself a favor, Zach. Boy, now I feel like the elder statesmen like Jared and Rob and Tom Evans, who always told me, oh, you got to watch Caddyshack, you got to watch this movie, you got to watch that movie. And now I'm in that same boat telling you to watch dodgeball. You should. Beautiful Vince Vaughn flick. Tremendous work all around. Definitely got to add that to your repertoire.
I'll write that down.
As you should. Home half of the 4th now as Hudson Barkman gets things started here for Waynedale. He swings at that first pitch and fouls it straight into the turf, 0-1. Brock Reef-Snyder and Colin McLaughlin both due up after him. I'll tell you what, Blake Moore has settled in nicely. Kind of a shaky first inning, gave up the leadoff triple. That's the only hit he's surrendered thus far, though.
Yeah, it's really settled in nicely.
That 0-1 is sawed straight back, 0-2.
Really dominating the strike zone here. I mean, every count is 1-2 strikes by the time it's either put in play.
When you set down the 2-3-4 hitters, 1-2-3 last inning, 2 of those were strikeouts. The 0-2 fastball that missed downstairs. Good take there by Barkman. 1-2 the count. Barkman is 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right.
Good text from Jared Kozar. You can't age yourself while referencing a slightly more than 20-year-old movie.
Breaking ball called strike 3. Barkman unable to pull the trigger. And another strikeout there for Blake Moore. That's 7 for him today now. All brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So Brock Reef-Snyder climbs in now. Without an official at bat today, he walked in the second, got as far as third, but was stranded there. Blake Moore's first pitch to him, a looping curveball that just missed. Maybe hung upstairs a bit too long. 1-0 the count. Jared will be alongside Tim Alcorn later, radio voice of the Cavs, coming back to WEOL. Little regional final softball between Amherst and Walsh Jesuit, and that one went in and hit Reef-Snyder. He was trying that, comeback slider there. He tried to run it inside on the righty, but it ran 2 inside, and Reef-Snyder aboard on the hit-by pitch. So that's Waynedale's first base runner since the second inning. First hit batsman today for Blake Moore. He only has 1 walk as well. And so now it'll be Colin McLaughlin's turn. Senior second baseman had a nice sacrifice bunt that moved up Reef-Snyder back in the second, but Waynedale unable to bring Reef-Snyder home that frame.
Well, that's a balk.
Oh, do they call the balk? Oh, and a balk.
Can't step off like that without throwing it.
Blake Moore, stepped all the way off the rubber there, and he kind of taps his chest saying, my bad. So the balk allows Reef-Snyder to take second, and does that maybe change how Colin McLaughlin approaches this at bat? Don't have to worry about the double play ball anymore. So really anything by the infield should score Reef-Snyder, as McLaughlin takes that one low and away, 1-0. So for Keystone right now, I think 2 big things. He had just left the bases loaded, and now a balk from Blake Moore. As that 1-0 is chopped towards the shortstop Youngless. He'll glove it cleanly. Strong throw to DeVore over at first. And boy, nice play by Ryan Youngless to retire McLaughlin, 6-3 on the putout. It was a routine, professional-looking play right there at shortstop, I would say, my friend.
And stopped Reef-Snyder from moving the third as well. Again, grabbing that ball in the middle of the baseline, make sure he doesn't get tagged. Keeps the runner at second base.
So Maddox Kidd steps in now, sophomore third baseman who swings at that first pitch from Blake Moore and fouls it out of play. First base side, 0-1. You see some of the Waynedale folks walking around with their state championship T-shirts on. That's the kind of experience and success this roster has had over the last 3, 4, 5 seasons. Keystone trying to spoil that here today as Moore's pitch misses well upstairs. 1-1 the count. But again, we've referenced it. You give Burt Fitzgerald credit for scheduling a tough non-conference. Some really caliber opponents on that Keystone docket. Hudson. They go through the SWC. St. Vincent St. Mary in there as well, as that one taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now on Maddox Kidd. It all pays off for matchups like today.
Absolutely, especially with this experienced team. Known for winning. As it looks like Waynedale's getting something ready for the bullpen.
Interesting, as that one in there for a called strike to Kidd. Count evens up at 2-2. Yeah, you might be right. That bullpen area looks just out of my view to my left here, so I'll rely on you for that. I'll take a peek over at Keystone's side if that ever becomes a thing. And that one fouls straight back. It's hard, but every single time you get those foul balls straight back, we're right. We were talking with the camera operator in front of us, and she's been here numerous times and knows it's the danger zone. That netting doesn't extend that far up, and it can certainly get over that netting pretty easily and work its way up here. As that one, reached at it, did Maddox Kidd, and he somehow fouled that off. First base side, man, oh man, a defensive swing if I've ever seen one. But Kidd did well to get some aluminum on it, and we'll do it again at 2-2.
Speaking of foul balls, I want to shout out Mama Spray. Got to be ready for those foul balls.
Boy, I bet you've heard that more than once in your lifetime, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the 2-2. That one lifted into shallow right field, and it should be the right fielder, Kyle Hurley, coming on to make the catch, and it is. as he will retire the side. So no hits for Waynedale here in their half of the fourth. They do get a runner on the hit by pitch, but they'll leave him stranded. And we will head to the fifth as we've played 4 here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Our score in this Division 5 District Championship game, Keystone 1, Waynedale 1. Wildcats back up to bat right after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Back here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium as we have played 4. Keystone getting set for their at-bats here in the top half of the 5th as we're tied at 1. It was Braden Steiner with a leadoff triple in the home half of the first for Waynedale. He came home to score on a throwing error from Keystone defensively on a ball that was put in play by Cam Miller. That's been the lone run for Waynedale. And for Keystone, it was last inning in the 4th where Luke DeVore scored Wyatt McKee on an RBI single. So Keystone looking to put themselves in front for the first time today. Ryan Youngless, the right guy to help maybe do that job. Junior shortstop batting .524 coming into this one. He'll lead things off for Burt Fitzgerald's Keystone Wildcats here in the top of the 5th. Ryan is 1 for 2 today. He lined out to the shortstop in the first and singled back in the 3rd.
Right toward the shortstop area as well. I just swung that one past him the second at-bat.
Takes that first pitch for a ball outside. It's a good point. Yeah, he's really attacked that left side of the infield with his bat here today. As the 1-0, that one misses well outside. 2-0 now. And I'll reference one of your Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford keys to the game, Zach. You said bottom of the lineup would be necessary. The 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, and DeVore, the 6-hitter for Keystone, responsible for their lone run. So great call by you, my friend, as Youngless fouls that one straight into the turf. Got near his foot there. I thought he fouled it off himself for a second. I don't think he did, though. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, DeVore's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles up the middle. I mean, he's seeing it well today.
Absolutely. He wants to come back. That's for sure. Here's the pitch. That one chopped up the middle. It'll be the second baseman, McLaughlin, to his right. Got to get rid of it in a hurry, and he can't do it. Wow. Good speed there by Ryan Youngless, beating out the infield single. So Keystone, a couple of those to their credit so far today. That's what you get when you have good speed up and down that lineup. So Youngless with Keystone's 6th hit of the ball game, and back-to-back innings now for Keystone with their leadoff runner aboard, and that'll turn things over now to Tucker Webb. Can he try to break a cold stretch here today? He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts thus far.
The weird thing is that's 2 infield hits to the second baseman.
More. Oh, boy, that one went flying back off the windows to our right. As, thank goodness that was a booth to our right. That could have been danger zone if that was near us. This window strength in front of us, Zach, would certainly be put to the test. As throw over to first, not in time. Youngless dives back in head first safely. 0-1 the count here on Tucker Webb. Tucker, a .500 hitter coming into this one. 7 RBIs to his credit, 3 doubles, 6 stolen bases. I know he missed some time this year, as that one misses downstairs. Count evens up at 1-1. But Tucker can put what has been a tough afternoon thus far behind him if he can find a way to find some outfield turf and get Youngless running and moving from first. The pitch, that one misses down and in. 2-1 the count now for Tucker.
I mean, almost everything has been a base hit. You had 2 infield singles already. Soft liners into shallow outfield.
Yeah, nothing terribly hard hit, as that one by Webb is lifted high, straight behind us, fouling out of play. So the count will even up at 2-2. Really, I think it was more back in the third. He had a pretty hard hit ball out to left field, just maybe got two underneath it, and it hung up easily for Cam Miller, left fielder for Waynedale. But outside of that, you're right, Zach. Everything else just kind of finding eyes right now. And
they leaned into it.
Did they say he leaned into it? Okay.
Yep.
So in that instance, count will stay put at 2-2. As Tucker Webb was hit by that breaking ball, but home plate umpire said he maybe encouraged himself into that baseball, we could say.
It looked like he stuck that little extra piece of elbow guard out a little bit more.
3-2 the count, actually, beg your pardon. So Ryan Youngless at first. Keystone and Waynedale tied at 1 in this Division 5 district title game. Throw over, not in time. Youngless dives back in with a head-first slide. Again, Division 2 regional final softball tonight on WEOL, 5 o'clock. Tim Alcorn, Jared Kozar have Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. Here's the 3-2. That one high and foul, out of play, right side. So we will do it again. And that one over at the Rame Athletic Complex in Berea. And again, congratulations to both Elyria Catholic in baseball and Amherst in baseball, each winning district titles last night. Throw over to first again. Youngless back in with a head-first slide.
Do we know who EC and Amherst are playing?
Well, based on Casey Wolf's text to me, it just said New Albany, so that is my guess as to who they could potentially be playing, but admittedly, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head, as that one is sawed right side in the outfield, but Cameron Mast able to get over there and put the squeeze on it, as Tucker Webb was a little late on that fastball, unable to really drive it. Did well just to spray it the other way, but Cameron Mast in great position to retire Tucker. So Ryan Youngless will stay put at first. And with one down now, it's speedy Wyatt McKee's turn. He's 1 for 2 today. Grounded out in the second, singled, stole a base, and scored back in the fourth. So he has really helped manufacture that lone run for the Cats here today. Another throw over from Steiner, but a head-first dive by Youngless, and he's back in there easily.
Steiner really paying attention to Youngless over there. Don't want any more stolen bases in.
He's been very cognizant of his base runners, has Steiner, when they've been aboard for Keystone, as that one lifted high and drifting foul, and it will get out of play on the right side there. So 0-2 now the count here on McKee. Or 0-1.
Yep.
Thank you. They all start to blend together after a while, right?
Sounds about right. The longer games like these, I wouldn't say longer, but the more intense, close games.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're at about, 1 hour and 15 we've been playing thus far. First pitch was made right about 2 o'clock here today. Lower 70s the temperatures, as that one driven to right center field by McKee. That one will find the alley and get all the way up against the Memorial Stadium lettering out there in right. Rounding third, heading for home is Youngless. No throw home, and Wyatt McKee has given Keystone the lead in this Division 5 District Championship game in RBI double, scoring Ryan Youngless, and it's 2-1 Cats.
Absolute beautiful way to just plug the gap there, taking advantage of this massive outfield here at Thurman Munson, and just that might take Steiner out of the game.
And I think it might. Braden Steiner is done, and he'll toss his glove in disgust, the pitcher's glove anyways. He'll pick up his fielder's glove, so assuming he'll stay in the game somehow, some way. But we will have a pitching change here at Thurman Munson. Again, our score now here in the fifth. A Wyatt McKee RBI double makes this a 2-1 Wildcat advantage. We'll pause for this timeout while Waynedale constructs their pitching change.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy.
So it will be Logan Troyer, the new arm for Waynedale. He's a lefty. As Braden Steiner, he will still be responsible for Wyatt McKee on second, but his day is done, at least pitching-wise. He'll play third now. They'll move Maddox Kidd from third to first as Logan Troyer moves from first to the pitching mound. So an easy change for us to make in our respective scorebooks, I would say. As Brendan Hagerman digs in now for the third time today, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and he's down in the count 0-1 after a good breaking ball there from Troyer. Again, no numbers for Waynedale, unable to get those from head coach Lucas Doherty. So apologies on that front. So not sure how Troyer has fared this season. Looked good on that first pitch, though.
By the way of what pitches he was throwing in his warm-ups, he looked like it was a lot of change-ups and curveballs.
Right.
Might be his bread and butter.
Little finesse, little off-speed. Runner goes on the pitch. It missed well outside, and they're not even going to try to get the speedy McKee. Look at that Pete Rose-esque dive there into third, Zach Sprague. Wyatt McKee, a man on a mission right now, flying around those bases. His second stolen bag of the afternoon. He's got 23 now this season.
Didn't even try. He was already 3/4 of the way by the time the pitch got to home plate.
Well, and I think if you're the catcher, you made the right decision there not to send that one into left field and maybe allow McKee to score. That one bounces in front of the catcher. It's a ball. 2-1 the count. Another text from Casey Wolf. Okay, New Albany is who Amherst played last year in the state semifinal. That's right. That is correct. And they play Brecksville on Wednesday at 5 o'clock at Oberlin College. That was also a site for one of their postseason games, if I'm not mistaken. So, ooh, big swing and a miss there by Hagerman. Came up empty on the fastball. 2-2 now the count.
There's that changeup. You see that just floated in there. High changeup. Those are risky, but paid off there.
Tell you what, Casey Wolf, always good for the stats and information like that. Jeff Holzhauer for Keystone in that same breath, usually good for that kind of stuff as well. Always appreciate that from our athletic directors. That one by Hagerman lifted into shallow center field. It's caught by the center fielder Barkman, but there's no way they have a chance to get McKee, and he is in easily on the sacrifice fly. A successful one from Brendan Hagerman, who does the job, and now it is 3-1 Keystone here in this fifth inning. So that's a job well done there by Hagerman. He was 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, so great job by him not to let that impact that at bat. Did well after getting a couple of strikes early on him and just put that one deep enough into the outfield to score McKee. So Luke DeVore bats now, nobody on and 2 down. Check swing on a breaking ball. He didn't go, though. Ball 1. DeVore 2 for 2 today, a RBI single back in the fourth that scored McKee and tied this ball game at 1. Cats now up by 2. The pitch, DeVore fouling that one straight back off the netting. Count evens at 1-1. Again, Amherst softball looking to get to the state Final Four later on tonight. Division II regional final from Berea as the Comets take on Walsh Jesuit, my alma mater. Tim Alcorn, Jared Kozar have the call. The 1-1 breaking ball. That one lifted over the netting, and it may go back over the netting on the ricochet. It does not, but it heads towards the Waynedale faithful as the count moves to 1-2. That fan will take a look at that baseball, debate keeping it, and then realize you can't because that is frowned upon here in the OHSAA postseason. DeVore again going to send one over the netting, right back towards those fans. And I thought he might have a second baseball there, that fan. Instead, it'll go left.
To the prep baseball guy.
Boy, so that row has the last 2 baseballs in possession right now. That's where you want to be. Here's the 1-2. DeVore takes that one as it ran inside, 2-2. DeVore almost looking like he was barking something at himself after that one. I don't know if he was thinking to himself, I should have stayed in there and maybe warned that one. But
and take one for the team there.
The instincts to get out of the way, yeah. 2-2, breaking ball, strike 3 called. DeVore can't believe it, but he is rung up on strikes. Another one brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. But Keystone, they'll tack on 2 more here in the top half of the 5th. We'll head to the home half of the inning now. Waynedale back up to bat again. It's Keystone 3, Waynedale 1 in this Division 5 district title game. We're right back after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Home half of the 5th here in Canton at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Rocco Nucci and Zach Sprague both here with you guys as Keystone with a 2-run top of the 5th now leads Waynedale 3-1. If you were looking at Max Preps ahead of this one and kind of trying to get the scouting report and all that good stuff on these two sides, if you looked at the state ranking that Max Preps provides, and that's not, the Bible, that's not biblical, that's not everybody has to go by those numbers or nothing, right? But if you're looking at those numbers, and if those are important to you, Keystone is ranked 324th in the whole state via Max Preps, right? 324th. Waynedale ranked 21st. So just over 300 teams, according to Max Preps, in the rankings separating Waynedale and Keystone. You wouldn't know that the way Bert Fitzgerald's team is playing right now. They lead Waynedale 3-1 in this bottom half of the 5th. Blake Moore continuing to work as Cameron Mast, Braden Steiner, and Logan Troyer are all due up for the Bears here this half inning as Mast takes that one inside for a ball, 1-0. Mast so far today, without an official at bat, he reached on the catcher's interference back in the 2nd on a really weird play that you just don't see that often. Brendan Hagerman, Keystone's catcher, was pleading his case on the matter, but you always lose that appeal as a player, don't you, Zach?
Oh, always. And it's not like you can appeal to the other umpires to try and help. That's really the
nothing you
home
can do.
plate's call. We're going back to
2-0, by the way, on Mast.
Going back to the rankings-ish by Max Preps.
In there for a called strike 2-1.
I mean, what's this? I wrote the pitching stats for the wrong people. Steiner.
Classic.
I mean,
2-1.
Steiner
misses 3-1.
No, this is more. Never mind.
That's all right, my friend. I have been there 1,000,001 times, and I'll be there 1,000,001 more. Not a problem. Here's the 3-1. That one misses for ball 4, so Cameron Mast, the 9-hole hitter, does a nice job here for Waynedale in their half of the 5th. He reaches with the leadoff leadoff walk. My apologies. Second walk surrendered by Blake Moore today. See, now you've got me fumbling over words over here, Zach. That's all right. Lineup turns back over now. Braden Steiner, who started the game on the bump for Waynedale, is now playing third defensively. Final line on him, by the way. Steiner allowed 7 hits. He gave up 3 runs, all of them earned. He had 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, and hit 1 batter. Takes that first pitch from Blake Moore for a strike. 0-1. Good fastball there from Blake. He's been pumping the zone full of fastballs here this afternoon. He's had that off-speed working well on top of that to really complement. Runner on first, that's Mast. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes to called ball. Throw to second is not in time. Head first sliding in there safely is Cameron Mast. So a stolen base for Waynedale, their second of the afternoon. And 1-1 the count now on Steiner. 3-1 is Keystone's lead in front of Waynedale. Chance to go to the Sweet 16 on the line. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball. Didn't break down far enough. It stayed upstairs for a ball. 2-1 now.
What I was going to say, I regained my thoughts. Moore has 7 strikeouts on the day, and
correct.
Saying that, and only giving up 1 hit, by the way.
Yep, and that was Steiner's leadoff triple. The 2-1 in there for a called strike, despite Hagerman not able to hang on to it. Count evens up at 2-2. Waynedale faithful not in love with that call, I don't think.
Especially if you're looking at those stats, like there's 300 teams better than Keystone against us, right? We have this in the bag. Not the way Moore has pitched today.
Yeah, that's why you play the games, right? We talked about that during pregame as Steiner fouls that one off. It's, never that you see games won or lost on paper. You got to play them at the end of the day, right? And
Always.
So Keystone, they could care less about Max Prep's rankings. All they care is that they're here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium playing in a district championship game and playing well. Out in front by 2 runs here in the 5th.
And out hitting the Golden Bears 7-1.
Yeah, you're out hitting, defending state champions right now in big-time fashion as time is called. 2-2 the count still on Steiner. He's 1 for 2 today. Again, tripled and scored in the first. He struck out looking in the second. So it's been a couple of innings since his last at-bat. It's a credit to what Blake Moore's been able to do on the bump for Keystone. Runner dancing off the bag at second. Steiner check swings on a ball in the dirt. He went around. So the drop third strike will have to be completed.
Home.
Runner turns around from third, heads home, and the head first slide. He's in there safely. Boy, great heads-up base running there, Zach, by Cameron Mast on the drop third strike. He knew Hagerman was drifting well away from the plate to his right to get the runner. And Luke DeVore did all he could to fire that one right back at Hagerman, but he was unable to scurry back home in time. So Cameron Mast comes all the way around to score, and it's now 3-2.
Hagerman took his time, knew he had the strikeout, but left home plate empty, and Mast took advantage of that.
That's just great heads-up base running there by Mast. And now Waynedale back within a run. Steiner again striking out there. So for Blake, that's punch-out number 8 today. And so now Logan Troyer, a junior first baseman, will climb back in. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging and struck out looking as well.
Hoping to avoid the hat trick here.
Blake Moore with 1 down and nobody on. Fires. A big healthy hack there by Troyer. He came up empty on it though. 0-1. Again, temperature sitting in the lower 70s. That wind has died down quite a bit. That center field good old US of A flag was whipping around pretty aggressively earlier, but it sits fairly idle out there now. 1-1 the count now as Troyer took that one downstairs. In Division II regional final softball tonight, Tim Alcorn, Jared Kozar have Amherst and Walsh Jesuit from Berea. That 1-1 pitch sawed away first base side and out of play, 1-2. EC baseball and Amherst baseball both capturing district championships last night, so congratulations to Bruce Lisicki, head honcho for EC, and at King Roz, as he's known on Twitter, Matt Rossitano, head coach for Amherst, as that's a line drive over Ryan Younglis' head. It's short, and how far is that one going to roll into the gap? McKee cuts it off in the alley, fires back in quickly, and it is a 1-out double for Logan Troyer here in the 5th for Waynedale. First base knock for Waynedale since that first inning, just their second hit of the ballgame.
I mean, McKee was also shifted to the right center gap. Everything's been going right field, if hit in the air even, but that one roped to left center. And extra long run from McKee makes Troy able to get to second base.
So Cam Miller will dig in. And did we get a...
It's a
pinch run?
runner.
Okay, so Kendall Schwartzentruber will be running for Logan Troyer, right? I heard that correctly. Schwartzentruber in for Troyer at second. Thank you. And it is Cam Miller's turn. 1 on, 1 down. Golden Bears down by 1 as Miller swings away at that first pitch and fouls it straight back, 0-1. Miller reached on an error in the first. That was the play that scored Braden Steiner. He then got to second on that play, stole third, but was stranded there, and then struck out looking back in the third. Blake Moore trying to keep his team out in front right now and nearly ran in and got Miller with that up and in fastball. Miller able to duck out of the way, though. Count evens up at 1-1. Tucker Webb at third, Younglis at short, Quinn Otto at second, DeVore at first, Ole, McKee, Hurley are the outfielders, Hagerman behind the plate. Again, lineups today brought to you by Network Land Title Agency.
McKee drifting more toward dead center, trying to give the left center gap a little bit of respect here.
1-1 in there for a called strike, 1-2. That boy McKee, he's got turf, and then more turf to try to cover out there in center. My goodness, big outfield. Moore checks the runner, now fires. Whoo, big swing and a miss by Miller. He went chasing after that up and in fastball. We've seen that a couple of times today from both sides, as there is another Lorain County Community College strikeout. Your year, your classes, your future. And that's 2 punch-outs on the day now that Cam Miller has fallen victim to. So now it's Jordan Miller's turn, the senior shortstop. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop-out. He bats now with 1 on and 2 down. Keystone in front of Waynedale 3-2. Bottom of the 5th. The pitch. That one misses upstairs, 1-0. You got a different number than me on punch-outs over there, my friend.
I got 9.
What did I say?
I don't know.
I should have 9 as well.
Yep.
I got 9. We're good.
We're good.
We're there.
We're
We're
good.
smart, sort of, sometimes. That one, that one fouled back and off the bleachers in front of us.
It's the camera.
Yeah, that is danger. Danger zone was her word earlier for that, and I can't find a better descriptor than that, man. Absolute insanity, some of these foul balls. The 1-1, that one misses upstairs, 2-1. Again, if you're just joining us, if you missed our description of that, the netting around the infield, or behind home, I should say, here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, it's up, but it's not very high, so it doesn't take much for a foul ball to get over it, and boy, those get up here in a hurry.
It is not high enough.
No.
I will tell you that.
No, and you're certainly not alone on that front, as the time is called by Jordan Miller. Now he'll climb back in, 2-1 the count. Logan Troyer stands on second, or at Swartz and Truba running for him, I should say, as the 2-1 is taken upstairs, 3-1. It is a 3-2 Keystone lead. Again, they lead the defending state champion Waynedale Golden Bears here in the 5th. Blake Moore just trying to keep it that way right now. He'll check the runner. Here's the 3-1, and that one never had a chance. Missed upstairs, and Miller able to lay off of it. And so for Moore, the 3rd walk that he has surrendered today. And now it'll be Hudson Barkman's turn, the junior center fielder, and now a conversation between head coach Bert Fitzgerald, his pitcher, and the rest of the infield. And let's see if anything is done here. I think Bert's going to stick with Blake here in this 5th inning. Why don't we sneak a quick timeout in with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th. Waynedale threatening. They trail Keystone 3-2 in this Division 5 district championship game.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
So my apologies to our viewers and listeners there. I think I forgot to turn us back up after that meeting on the mound, as Hudson Barkman had an RBI single right after that meeting on the mound off of Blake Moore. It was a great pitch by Moore that, again, weak contact for Barkman, just lifted it into shallow left field. Shane Ohl couldn't quite get there, and that tied this game at 3. Brock Reefsnyder was then struck out to finally end the inning for Keystone. But again, we got a brand new ball game, folks, here in the 6th. We are tied at 3. And again, apologies for those that may have missed that ending of the 5th inning there. Again, a Hudson Barkman RBI single scoring Jordan Miller makes this a 3-3 game, as there were 2 runs that inning for Waynedale on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left stranded. Again, Rocco Nucci and Zach Sprague here with you at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Division 5 district championship game between 6th-seeded Keystone and top-seeded Waynedale, the defending state champions. They've won 3 of the last 4 going back to 2022. Keystone trying to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16 and maybe end that string of success that has been there over the last few seasons now for Waynedale. So for the Cats here in this top half of the 6th, it'll be 7, 8, 9. Hurley, Otto, and Ohl all due up, facing lefty Logan Troyer, who came on in relief for Waynedale last inning and fires that first pitch in there to Kyle for a strike, 0-1. Kyle 0 for 1 today with a flyout, was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Troyer working quickly, and Hurley sprays one into center field for a base knock. Great piece of hitting there by Kyle Hurley, just shot it right back up the middle. And a leadoff single now for Keystone here in the 6th. So give the Cats some credit. They have had their leadoff runner aboard now the last 3 innings, and they've scored the last 2 innings that's been the case. Can they do so again here in the 6th to give themselves the lead? Quinn Otto in now, 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts, is the senior second baseman. A .265 hitter. Troyer's pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Hurley with 10 stolen bases, so not horrible speed over there at first by any stretch. He'll certainly be dancing a little bit to try to distract Troyer. And Troyer will throw over. Hurley back in there with the head first slide. Again, Troyer moved from first to the pitching mound on that change. Steiner went from pitching to third. And it was Maddox Kidd moving all the way across the diamond from third to first defensively for Waynedale. The lefty Troyer, his 0-1. Ohl bunted and, well, tried to bunt, and he didn't pull it back. He stabbed at it, and that's a called strike now, 0-2. Or Otto, rather, not Ohl, Otto. Apologies. Quinn Otto missing on the bunt attempt, so 0-2 now. Down in the count is Quinn. Troyer looks at Hurley, now fires the 0-2. That one missed outside. Hurley goes on the pitch and no throw down. So they'll just give Hurley second base. I don't know if Reefsnyder was just maybe hesitant to pull the trigger. I know the guys covering second were a little indecisive. Miller at short, McLaughlin at second.
May have been delayed steal there.
So Hurley will snag second, runner in scoring position now. And Troyer will step off and look Hurley back. Recollect himself now. Otto with 13 RBIs this season, would love to pick up another right here. Here's Troyer's 1-2. Breaking ball, missed upstairs. Oh boy, 2-2 the count. That one, you talk about a 12-6er, right, my friend. That was up and then straight down, but stayed up just enough for Otto to take for a ball. 2-2. Here it is. Another breaking ball, shot right side, and it's by the second baseman, McLaughlin. Hurley will take a big turnaround third, and they'll hold him right there. Throw comes home, and it was a good one. I think Hurley might have been toast at the plate. So Quinn Otto reaches, and runners on the corners now for Keystone with nobody down here in this top half of the 6th.
A good piece of hitting there. Take that the opposite way. All and was down 0-2 very early in that, able to battle a little bit and send that through the infield.
So Shane Ohl will now get a chance. He is the team leader in triples with 3, 21 stolen bases to his credit, and a .312 hitter coming into this one today. 1 for 1 with a single back in the third. He also walked in the fourth. Runners on the corners, nobody down. Troyer's pitch. That's a base knock by Miller at short. And Keystone has the lead as Kyle Hurley comes home to score. Shane Ohl with an RBI single. And again, Keystone. They retake the lead now 4-3 here in the top half of the 6th.
All with no outs, by the way. It's still very early in this rally.
It's your 7-8-9 doing the job right now, too, Zach. On top of that, the lineup turns back over to Blake Moore. And what now will be done with Logan Troyer on the bump for Waynedale as Lucas Doherty goes out to have a conversation. Looks like just a mound meeting as Troyer will stay in. But we'll step aside and take a quick timeout, and I promise to turn us back up on the other side of the break. Again, 4-3, Keystone leads Waynedale. We're right back after this.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
So Logan Troyer will stay in for Waynedale. Keystone with the 4-3 lead now off the Shane Ohl RBI single that scored Kyle Hurley. And with Otto on second, Shane Ohl at first, it's Blake Moore's turn once again, 0 for 3 today. He climbs in now with 2 on and nobody out here in this top half of the 6th. Keystone trying to get to the Sweet 16 here in this Division 5 District Championship game. And they are out in front of defending state champion Waynedale. Runner goes on the pitch, and there won't be a throw. So Keystone, look at them, man, just motoring all around those base paths right now. Otto in there with a head-first slide at third. So runners on the corners once again. Still nobody out. And that pitch missed for a ball, so it's 1-0 now to Blake Moore.
I mean, chose the right pitch to steal on. It was that 12-6 curveball and decently high leg kick. No one's holding you, really.
Well, and to your point, Zach, you were watching Troyer pretty closely during warm-ups. A lot of off-speed, so I think Keystone saw that as well and figured, hey, why not try to run a little bit more on this guy? And so far, that has worked out perfectly. Troyer checks that runner at first. Fires the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there by Moore. He was out in front of that off-speed pitch. Count evens up at 1-1. Moore with 23 RBIs to his credit this season. And once again, a chance to help out his own cause here. The rest of his offense has certainly helped pick him up here today. 10 hits for Keystone, just 3 for Waynedale. And Troyer will fake that throw over to first. And it's a balk, so the runner will score, and the runner at first will advance. So Keystone gets hit with a balk. Waynedale now guilty as well. Golden Bear faithful, not in love with that call, but Quinn Otto will come home to score, and it's 5-3 Keystone. Wow.
How often do you see 2 balks by, one balk by both teams
right.
already?
I mean, it's rare you see 1 in a game, let alone, one from either side. So a big mistake there for Logan Troyer, allowing another cat run to score. It's now 5-3 Keystone. Here's the 1-1 from Logan. Breaking ball. That one misses up and away. 2-1.
All this with still no outs, as well as makes the pain hurt a little more for Waynedale.
Yeah, right now Logan Troyer, and he has to be feeling alone out there on that mound. And to your point, there was nobody in that bullpen, so this is his mess right now to try to clean up. Here's his 2-1. Fastball misses. 3-1. That one missing outside. So Blake Moore, and a nice hitter's count here. Golden RBI opportunity with Shane Ohl at second. 3-1 count here facing lefty Logan Troyer. And Troyer, boy, he almost flirted with another balk right there and steps off and pump fakes that throw back. Ohl back in there safely, though.
Back-to-back balks would hurt real bad.
I have a feeling that might be the end if that were to happen. Big swing and a miss there by Moore. He was over top the off-speed there. 3-2 now. Count is full. Again, the winner is on to Wednesday's regional semifinal, 5 o'clock at Massillon, Washington, where the winner here takes on either Berkshire or Chagrin Falls. Troyer looking at that runner, checks him again, now fires the 3-2, and it missed well outside. Easy take for Blake Moore, and he'll reach on the walk. Second surrendered by Waynedale pitching here today, the first allowed by Troyer. And now it'll be Ryan Youngless's turn. He is 2 for 3 today with a couple of singles and a line out. Came around to score in that 5th inning as well.
Not who you want at the plate right now.
If you're Waynedale, no. If you're Keystone, this is exactly who you want at that plate.
Exactly. I mean, the rare lefty-lefty matchup here.
Right. Youngless hoping for some criminal action here, right? The lefty-lefty crime, as they call it. Runner dances off a second. Troyer's first pitch to Youngless catches the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Ryan with 34 RBIs coming into this one, 6 home runs and a .524 hitter. He has been tremendous this season as the Keystone Junior. And Troyer will step off and look the runner back to second. That's Ole, who's back in there without a throw. Blake Moore, the runner at first after the walk. Still nobody out here in this 6th inning. Keystone a chance to do some big damage. Troyer takes a peek at second, now fires the 0-1. It's a breaking ball, and it missed inside, says the home plate umpire. Count evens up now at 1-1. Again, nobody up in that Waynedale bullpen that you can see.
I haven't seen anyone try and go back there.
Nobody loosening for Keystone on the right side either. Here's the 1-1. Youngless goes after it and pops it up on the infield. It's an easy play for Colin McLaughlin as the infield fly goes into effect there. And so Youngless retired, and that is a big out for Logan Troyer.
Absolutely massive after going was 2 for 3 on the day.
It was 2 for 3. 4 straight hitters had reached this half inning for Troyer. So, again, a massive out for Logan to try to minimize the damage here as Tucker Webb climbs in for the 3rd time today. 0 for 3, wearing a pair of strikeouts and a flyout. Troyer checking on that runner a couple times. Now fires, runners go. One runner goes, and that throw, it sails into left field. Reeve Snyder's throw just sailed way over the head of Steiner, and coming home to score easily will be Shane Ole, and it's now 6-3 Keystone. They have doubled up Waynedale.
Wow. I mean, that throw wasn't really even competitive. That went way into left field, almost right to the left fielder, Miller.
So a disaster there for Waynedale, as just a poor play defensively there. E2, you'd say on that one, as that pitch missed for a ball. So 1-0 for Tucker Webb. His team up by 3 now as he fouls that 1-0 pitch straight back off the screen. 1-1 again. Shane Ole coming home to score. He took off on the throw. It was Blake Moore at first who kind of pump faked like he was going to go. He stands on second now after that throw into the outfield, mind you. But Shane Ole able to motor all the way home, and I don't know if he just was indecisive about the throw as he came up. I mean, again, it was one of those where he really cocked the arm back like he was going to throw a bullet, and then it just sailed on him. So I don't know if it just came out of the arm funny as Troyer throws back to second. Back in there safely, though. Head first is Blake Moore. 1-1 the count here on Tucker Webb still.
Maybe he didn't really get a grip on it. It looked like it just kind of went up.
Well, and credit Keystone, they've applied pressure. They've been running the bases like crazy, so you figure if you're Reeve Snyder, I got to get rid of this in a hurry, and maybe just rushed himself. Here's the 1-1 to Tucker. That one misses outside, 2-1. Keystone with a 6-3 lead over defending state champion Waynedale. Again, they have won 3 of the last 4 state titles, losing in the state tournament only in 2024 in the state semis to Heath. 4-3 was the final there. Troyer again stepping off the bag, keeping a close eye on Blake Moore, who's back in there without a throw. Keystone was bounced in the district round last year in a game that I actually called, Zach. That was a game at Mentor High School. They lost to Cardinal Mooney. Did Keystone 9-0. Just never quite got it going that game. It was a closer game, I think, than that final indicates, as that one fouled straight back again towards us. That one banging off the aluminum in front of us and finally comes crashing down to the bleachers. 2-2 the count on Tucker Webb. Tucker again 0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. 1 run has scored already during his at-bat, though, on the throwing error by catcher Brock Reeve Snyder. Troyer taking his time here on this 2-2. He'll check the runner. He'll peek at him again, and now he'll step off and look him back. So again, Keystone, you give them credit. They've applied pressure on the base pass, and I think it has very clearly gotten into the heads of some of these Waynedale pitchers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Steiner was stepping off a lot, trying to pick off guys at first base. Troyer now stepping off a lot.
2-2 misses low and in, 3-2. Well, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're far less removed from your playing days than I, but that affects when you actually pitch the ball, I think, in my mind, too, because you're still in the back of the mind thinking, is he going on this pitch? Is he not going? Where is he at? It's very distracting, to say the least. And
oh, absolutely.
Troyer just trying to battle through. That one lifted high, not very deep, though, to right field. Cameron Mast in right will settle under it, put the squeeze on it. Runner will tag from second to third, and Blake Moore in there with a head-first slide. He is safe. So Tucker Webb able to move the runner over there on the fly out to right. And so now it'll be Wyatt McKee, the junior center fielder, up once again. He is 2 for 3, and what a day it's been for Wyatt thus far. He's been busy in the outfield, you could say, first and foremost, defensively out there in center with all that turf to cover, but he's 2 for 3. He has an RBI double, 2 stolen bases, and a single under his belt today with 2 runs scored. Chance to give his team even more insurance now.
How you would enjoy that.
First pitch is a breaking ball that dips back into the zone, 0-1. Troyer trying to keep it right here. And if you're Keystone, this is one of those where you can't take your foot off the gas. You've already seen Waynedale rally from a deficit once today, and you know they're certainly capable. Here's the 0-1. McKee chases outside for it, fouling it back, 0-2. It's due up for Waynedale. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 next inning. McLaughlin, Kidd, and Mast. Logan Troyer trying to keep it right here for the defending state champion Golden Bears. Troyer's 0-2. Here it is. That one lifted high and foul left side. The catcher, Reef Snyder, looking back, and he got it. Wow, Brock Reef Snyder getting awfully flirtatious with that netting behind the plate there. Zach able to fight some sunshine and put the squeeze on it for the third and final out. But Keystone, they tag 3 more on a couple of hits. They strand 1, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Our score, Keystone 6, Waynedale 3. We're back with more after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Bottom of the 6th here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton. A beautiful day for this Division 5 District Championship game. Low 70s, not a cloud in the sky, a little bit of breeze as well. That seems to have picked up a little bit more after that timeout. That flag had idled down quite a bit as we've progressed this afternoon, but picking back up a little bit, moving left to right in that outfield. And to your point earlier, Zach, most fly balls, pretty much every fly ball that's been hit has drifted right one way or another, including some of these foul balls that have been, spirited right towards us. But we've hung in there, and so has Keystone. They've done more than hang in there, actually. They're in front of Waynedale right now. They've doubled up the defending state champion Golden Bears, 6-3. Our score, Zach, they're out hitting Waynedale 10-3 right now. So you obviously give the offense credit, but what a job right now by Blake Moore, who's back out there for his 6th inning of work.
I mean, it's incredible especially for Moore, just to dominate, give up 3 runs so far in what will be 6 innings of work for this amazing Waynedale team, who's obviously proved themselves multiple years in a row, and just take control of this game.
So it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Waynedale. McLaughlin, Kidd, and Mast all due up in this half inning for the Golden Bears as head coach Lucas Doherty, maybe some sweaty palms time over there in that third base coaching staff. As Blake Moore's first pitch now to McLaughlin is in there for a called strike, 0-1. McLaughlin is 0 for 1 today. He had a successful sacrifice bunt back in the second and grounded out back in the fourth. Moore working quickly. Here's his 0-1. That one skips outside, well in front of the plate, 1-1.
I have some news. I think I saw Cam Miller go into the bullpen.
Okay.
For Waynedale.
All right. So
you saw number 1 in there.
Figured they might go with a different arm for the 7th. Troyer seemed to be pretty much on E by the end of that inning, as there's a good fastball by Blake Moore. McLaughlin had to take it, 1-2. Can Waynedale find a way to rally once again? They trailed 3-1 just an inning ago, put 2 on the board, but Keystone came right back. And Blake Moore, boy, he missed that about as high and in as you can miss. That one over the head of McLaughlin, the senior second baseman for Waynedale out of Apple Creek. What, about a half-hour drive for them, you said, Zach?
About 35 minutes, I think it was.
So add an hour to that for both you and I, just about. Right? Would that take you about an hour and change to get down here? Hour 15, hour 20, something like that?
Around that.
Here's the 2-2. Boy, that one's just reached at and sent through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Boy, that is professional level hitting right there by Colin McLaughlin, literally just throwing the bat head at it and got enough of it to get it by Quinn Otto at second. So a leadoff runner now for Waynedale here in the 6th, just their 4th hit of the afternoon. And so that'll bring up sophomore third baseman Maddox Kidd, unless Mr. Sprague, it appears Coach Doherty might go with a pinch hitter here. Let's see, Maddox is 0 for 2 today, with a strikeout and a flyout. He's the only sophomore in that lineup. And it is Maddox. It's still number 12. Maddox Kidd, the sophomore third baseman. He bats 8th today for Waynedale. We didn't get a courtesy runner, did we? Though I was looking over there. I didn't think so. Okay. So here's Blake Moore's first pitch to Maddox, who will square around. It's a good bunt. Blake right on top of it, though, and he will just apply the tag to Kidd. So a sacrifice bunt successful by Maddox as McLaughlin moves up to second, and that'll bring up senior right fielder Cameron Mast. Zach, I'm curious your thoughts on that, where, you know, if Waynedale's down 1, maybe 2, that makes perfect, total, complete sense to me. Down 3, though, do you almost just trust, you know, we got to string some hits together and you don't sack bunt over? I don't know.
I think so. You still got 2 innings guaranteed because you get the bat in the bottom of the 7th.
Right.
So I guess try and get 1, maybe 2 here. It's especially with no one out, getting that bunt, just giving 1 out away.
First pitch to Cameron Mast in there for a called strike, 0-1.
I mean, you want to at least get 1 here if you're Waynedale.
Agreed. You still have outs to play with, to your point. You still get your guaranteed at bats in the home half of the 7th. As that one misses for a ball, 1-1.
Now, if it was the 7th, I'd be a little concerned if you're throwing your outs away.
Yeah. Fair point. McLaughlin at second after the Maddox Kidd sacrifice bunt. Waynedale trailing Keystone 6-3. The 1-1 misses upstairs, inside as well. 2-1 the count on Cameron. Cameron reached on a catcher's interference back in the 2nd. He then walked, stole a base, and scored in the 5th. He bats here down 3, his team that is, in the 6th, with 1 down, 1 on. 2-1 pitch, here it comes. A breaking ball that never quite broke back across the plate, 3-1 now. So Blake Moore, if he doesn't find a way to battle back here against Mast, the lineup will turn back over to Braden Steiner, and if he bats with 2 on, he would be the tying run. Here's Blake's 3-1. Fastball missed downstairs, maybe a touch outside as well. And Mast will reach on the walk. The 4th base on balls surrendered by Blake Moore here today. And Zach, I know you mentioned you saw Cam Miller warming up for Waynedale. Does Keystone eventually maybe look that direction in terms of getting the bullpen arm up? It's really Younglis and Tucker Webb, the other 2 on the stat sheet that have pitched this season consistently for the Cats.
I think you got to at least sooner or later maybe ride Moore out, maybe a few more batters. If he walks 1 or 2.
Steiner goes after that first pitch, and it's lifted into shallow left field. Shane Ohl has the play, and he puts the squeeze on it for an easy out, number 2. And apologies for cutting you off there, my friend. That's a big sigh of relief there, I think, for Blake Moore. That was a pretty aggressive hack there by Steiner, and if he's able to level that out a little more, that could have carried some distance out there, but he's underneath it. Now there's 2 down for junior first baseman Logan Troyer.
It's absolutely what you wanted for if you're more.
Just 1 pitch it took, too. Didn't have to have a 10-pitch battle with Steiner there. You're able to throw one over the plate and get the out. So again, Logan Troyer, who is 1 for 3 today, he had 2 strikeouts heading into his 5th inning at bat, and then he doubled and scored. First pitch to him, that one ran inside and nearly got him as Troyer backed out of the way, 1-0. He was fired up after that double in the 5th. That really helped spark that Waynedale rally.
Hoping to help his cause here a little bit.
Moore checks the runner, now fires. That one misses downstairs, 2-0. That's right, Troyer came on in relief for Steiner. So how about that? Your first 3 hitters for Waynedale could be the 3 pitchers that you see today. Zach with Steiner,
exactly.
Troyer 1-2, and you said Cam Miller was warming up. Here's Moore's 2-0 pitch in there on the get-me-over fastball. I think Troyer was taking all the way there, 2-1. Waynedale faithful trying to bring their team to life here in the 6th inning, trying to get back to the state tournament for the 5th straight season, it would be. Here's the 2-1. That one back up the middle for a base hit. Could that score a run? Rounding third, heading for home is McLaughlin. The throw from McKee will be cut off, and Waynedale gets one back here in the 6th. An RBI single from Logan Troyer makes this a 6-4 ball game.
Nice piece of hitting there. Caught that low off the hands, but just enough to get into center field there.
So Cameron Mast will stop at third, as it was McLaughlin who came home from second to score. And that is a big RBI single for Troyer. 2 certainly looks a lot better than 3 as far as deficits on the scoreboard goes, especially this late in the game. And Cam Miller, a chance to bring his team back even closer here. He's first pitch swinging, and that one's going to stay in play. Quinn Otto at second, settles under it, fights the sun, and puts the squeeze on it for the 3rd and final out. So Waynedale, they get one back on 2 base hits, but they will leave 2 stranded, and we will head to the 7th. Keystone, can they hang on? They lead defending state champion Waynedale 6-4. We're right back after this timeout.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Top of the 7th here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton. Rocco Nucci and Zach Sprague both here with you guys as Keystone, they are 3 outs away from heading to the Sweet 16. They'll have their at-bats here in the top half of the 7th, looking to tack on some maybe needed insurance as Waynedale got one back last half inning, threatened to get more, but Blake Moore able to get out of it. And so for Keystone, it'll be Brendan Hagerman, Luke DeVore, and Kyle Hurley due up this half inning. Cats in front of Waynedale 6-4. Again in this Division 5 District Championship game. Been playing just over 2 hours. First pitch was made at 2 o'clock earlier this afternoon. Logan Troyer continuing to work for Waynedale as he misses on that first pitch to Hagerman, a breaking ball that missed downstairs, 1-0.
Truly been treated ourselves with a very good ball game, I will tell you that.
Yeah, absolutely, as that one is roped down the third base line for a base nod. Hagerman will start this 7th inning with a single. Now he's going to dig for second, and he's in there with a head-first slide. Boy, great wheels there by Brendan Hagerman, and I give him credit all the way out of that batter's box. I think he was thinking to himself, hey, I'm going to take a big turn here and maybe look at second, and he never stopped. He took that turn, kept on going, and Brendan Hagerman in there with a leadoff double, and he seems to be
hurting
in a little discomfort. Did he maybe jam a finger into that bag? Oh. And it's his left hand that he's kind of gesturing at right now. He's holding it up for a couple of his coaches to take a peek at, and hopefully he's okay, as it was a head-first slide. We know that can happen sometimes when you dive head-first into the bag. You put your hands out there, and boy, you just hope he didn't break any fingers or anything on that. That's usually the fear with that. Well, while they attend to Hagerman at second, let's step aside and take a quick timeout. Keystone leads Waynedale here in the top of the seventh. Brendan Hagerman, a leadoff double, but he's coming up a little slow after that head-first slide into second. We'll see how he is on the other side of this timeout.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
So Brendan Hagerman will exit the ball game, and that is a tough thing to see, as it's his brother, Blake Hagerman. Thank you, Zach Sprague, for referencing the official postseason roster there to find that. As Blake Hagerman will run for older brother Brendan, who has started this top half of the seventh with a double for Keystone. It was a great hustle play, man. I'll tell you, it was a weak hit ball to the outfield that Hagerman thought he had a chance to get the two on right out of the batter's box. You could tell the way he was running, and he motored all the way in there with the head first slide, but came up looking at that left arm, more forearm, hand, finger area, wrist. Yeah, so you wonder if maybe something didn't happen as that head first slide went down. But nonetheless, work to do here for the Cats. Luke DeVore bats here, as Blake Hagerman back in there safely on a no throw to second. Troyer stepping off the bag there. DeVore is 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles, one of the RBI variety in the fourth, and then he struck out looking in the fifth. Here's the first pitch to him, and it's a fastball in there on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Logan Troyer, a couple of innings in relief now after he came in for Braden Steiner. He gave up 3 runs. Troyer responsible for the other 3. Troyer taking a peek at Hagerman at second. Now the pitch, breaking ball, skipped downstairs, 1-1. Good take there by Luke DeVore. 11 hits today for Keystone, 2 errors defensively. 5 hits for Waynedale with 1 error. That was the throwing error from the catcher Brock Reef-Snyder. I believe that was Otto that came home to score on that.
Yes.
1-1 the count here on Luke DeVore. Troyer checking the runner, now fires. That one missing inside, 2-1. And another reminder, Division II Regional Final softball tonight on WEOL. First pitch in about 50 minutes as we're getting close to it. Tim Alcorn and Jared Kozar have it for you from Berea. It's Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. Good luck to the Comets. That one misses upstairs. 3-1 now to DeVore. And that only half pains me as a Walsh Jesuit alum, my friend. Only half.
You got to think. This has got to be almost the end of the line for Troyer here. Leadoff double.
Well, when you said Cam Miller, you thought you'd seen him maybe getting loose over there. So DeVore takes that 3-1 pitch for a ball. So DeVore will reach on the walk. The third walk allowed by Waynedale pitching today, the second for Troyer. And so DeVore reaching here in the 7th, 2 runners on, nobody out. And it'll be junior right fielder Kyle Hurley, who is 1 for 2 today. A fly out, a single, also a run scored in that 6th inning. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Troyer checking that runner at second, fires, and Hurley went after a pitch upstairs, fouling it back, 0-1. Boy, I tell you, there have been some really, really just tremendous at-bats from these hitters, but every now and again you'll see one of those where it's like, oh yeah, no, that's still
I want
a
to
high
hit
school
this
kid.
one,
Yep.
exclusively this one.
Eyes lighten up. Fastball's upstairs. It's hard to lay off, man.
That high heat.
Troyer stepping off the bag, taking a peek at Blake Hagerman. If you missed it, Blake Hagerman running for older brother Brendan Hagerman, the catcher who started this inning with a double, but may have injured that left hand, diving headfirst into second. Here's the 0-1. It's a bunt attempt by Hurley, but it goes foul. Count moves to 0-2. Honestly, I don't think the worst idea there if you're Kyle Hurley, if you can find a way to move both runners over, and then you find a way to get them both home, that would make it 8-4, and that would really put Waynedale in a tough spot. Keystone already in a good position up 2, but we saw how much Waynedale likes to threaten when they're down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th after Keystone scored 2.
Rallied to tie it at 3. Got 1 back last half inning, and you know they're going to give Keystone their best shot in the bottom half of this inning, as that breaking ball from Troyer stayed off the zone. 1-2. Quinado in the on-deck circle. Shane Ohl in the hole. Did not do that on purpose, I promise. Here's the 1-2. That one right back off the pitcher, and it hit off his arm or leg maybe. They're going to get the runner at first. What a play by McLaughlin at second. And now attention will turn towards Logan Troyer, as it's hard to tell really where that pitch got him. It definitely got him as it ricocheted to the right side of the infield, and I don't know if that was off the arm. He's holding that
it's
right
like,
forearm
it's like
now.
off his the heel of his glove, so like the wrist area.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is the second time now in my 2 games this week that I've seen that happen. It was Ava Basil, the pitcher for Twinsburg softball, that took a line drive right off the midsection earlier this week, and God bless her, Zach. She came in and threw 6 more innings after that. It was unbelievable. I caught up with their head coach, Ken Riley, after the game in the parking lot and said, hey, congratulations on a great season. Thanks for working with us today, getting us all the information on your team. How's Ava feeling? And he looked right at me and, said thank you for the compliments and everything, but also said, I don't know how she's breathing properly right now. And I was like, well, that's maybe not a great sign, but glad she's still up and moving after that.
Oh yeah, that's the number one priority, as long as they're moving.
So Hurley retired 4-3 on the putout. Actually, 1-4-3 on the putout, if you want to be technical about it. Blake Hagerman moves to third, Luke DeVore to second, and they will continue to tend to Logan Troyer. So why don't we sneak in another timeout while that takes place. 2 on for Keystone. They lead it 6-4 here in the 7th. 1 out with runners at second and third. They're checking on Logan Troyer. We'll see how he is on the other side of this timeout.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Back here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, and Zach, I tell you, what was your word for Logan Troyer? Your descriptive?
This kid's a warrior.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's staying out there.
They were checking on that right wrist, squeezing, pulling, tugging, squeezing some more, just trying to see if everything was okay. And I mean, it's okay enough for him to stay in, and man, bless Logan Troyer for staying in there right now. One down, runners at second and third after he took a line drive off the bat of Kyle Hurley. They got the out, did Waynedale, but two runners in scoring position now for Quinn Otto. Defense is in as Otto sends that first pitch high and back straight out of play, 0-1. Otto today, he is 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, but he singled and then scored last inning. And a big chance for him to tack on some much-needed insurance. As the lefty Troyer's pitch is hit towards the shortstop, runner will go on contact, and he's dead to rights at the plate. Out, says the home plate umpire. It was Brendan Hagerman. Great sign, by the way. He's back in, but he was going on contact, and maybe not the right decision there. He is out at the plate. So Otto will reach on the fielder's choice, but now there's 2 down for Keystone. Runners at the corners for the 9-hole hitter, Shane Ohl. So great defensive play there by Jordan Miller. Great application of the tag by Waynedale catcher Brock Reefsnyder.
Yeah, the infield was also extra, and they were like 3 feet into the so-called grass-looking turf.
That was wiffle ball in right there is what that was. 2 outs now. Boy, if you're Waynedale, if you can get out of this without giving up any runs, I think you feel great about it heading into the bottom half of the 7th. And Keystone's going to make sure that doesn't happen. Shane Ohl sends that one into left field. An RBI single. Rounding second, going for third is Otto. Ohl never broke stride around first. He's in there with an RBI double. Make it 7-4 Keystone. What a piece of hitting there by Shane Ohl.
That was beautiful. Steiner couldn't even. Steiner, I mean, didn't even really move.
He didn't have much of a shot at it. Yeah, that was
past him.
That
by
was
the
hit
time.
so hard. So the lineup turns back over now for Blake Moore. Runners on second and third once again. 1 run already across this half inning for Keystone. Logan Troyer just continuing to try to labor for his guys out there right now. 5th hit that he's surrendered, the 4th run that's come across against him as well. Troyer's pitch swung on and foul tipped by Moore, 0-1. Blake today, I mean, he's pitched a tremendous ball game, so you can't really, dig on him too much for the offense. Oh, and now he's a little shaken up afterwards. What happened there? He foul tipped it, and now I'm not sure. He's taken off batting gloves. Now he's going to walk over, and they're going to look at his left arm, elbow, forearm area. Oh, man.
Trainer's certainly getting his money's worth right now.
Tucker Webb will run over as well. They're going to tend to Blake Moore. So we'll sneak in another quick timeout while they check on Blake Moore. It's 7-4 Keystone here in the top of the 7th. Blake Moore batting down in the count 0-1, but a little shaken up after that foul tip. We'll check back in after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Get Memorial Day savings all month long at Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Save on over 200 new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Clear, transparent, and straightforward pricing. What you see is what you pay. Drive a new Chevy Trailblazer for $209 a month, a new Equinox for $259 a month, or a new Silverado for $299 a month. Plus, buy a new Trax for $22,000. We offer mobile pickup and delivery service for your convenience. Fast, easy, reliable. Valley Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
So Blake Moore will stay in there as he seems to be all right. He was checking on one of those elbows during that timeout, but he's going to stay in there. 0-1 the count on him. Troyer's pitch to him. A breaking ball in there on the outside corner, 0-2. So
it looks like he took off the elbow guard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were looking at that elbow, and boy, Keystone, if they find a way to advance, they're going to be a little wounded and sore heading into the Sweet 16, but plenty of time to recover ahead of Wednesday's regional semifinal if they advance. The pitch, swing and a miss. Blake Moore, tardy on the fastball. He's shaking out that left arm still afterwards. Man, I wonder if he's all right. And we both think that he will not be back out on the 7th inning bump, but we will see. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. Keystone, they lead Waynedale 7-4. They're 3 outs away from regionals. Can they get there? We'll find out after this timeout. It's the WEOL Diamond Duel on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Bottom of the 7th here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium in Canton, the site for this afternoon's Division 5 District Championship game. We are so glad you could be a part of this one here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. I am Rocco Nucci. He is Zach Sprague. And this, my friend, has been a tremendous tournament baseball game. Again, we referenced those Max Preps rankings earlier, and again, that's not the Bible for any of us media folks necessarily. I know it is at times for the OHSAA in terms of how they formulate the seedings and all of that good stuff, but Keystone, if you took a look at their Max Preps page, they are ranked in the state 324th. Waynedale, the defending state champs, are ranked 21st. So per Max Preps, there's about 300 and change teams that separate these two in terms of the rankings, and Keystone 3 outs away from saying phooey to that, my friend. Can they get the job done? And
Moore's
look who's out there, my friend.
Moore's back out there pitching.
Cue the Metallica, cue the Sandman. Blake Moore is out there to try to bring this one home for Keystone. Waynedale trying to keep their stretch of consecutive state tournament appearances alive. It'll be Jordan Miller, Hudson Barkman, Brock Reef Snyder due up. Blake Moore's first pitch is roped foul, third base side. That's up over there.
He's perfectly fine. It's a nice meaty fastball.
And I think it was the left that he was shaking out. He's a righty. So, boy, I mean, everybody's been beat up out there on the mound today.
Louise. First Troyer, and now Moore. Webb was warming up last inning.
So I think in an emergency situation, if Moore just can't, get outs here, they may have to go to him. Make sure you guys stick around for our post-game show, by the way. It'll be a short one because we got to get things out to Tim and Jared. That'll be brought to you by Eco Tree Services. Breaking ball, a good one in there for a called strike. Jordan Miller down in the count, 0-2. He's 0 for 2 today, but he did walk in the 5th. He was stranded at 3rd. Moore working quickly is 0-2. It ran in and got him. Moore, I think he tried to put a little extra giddy up on that fastball, and it ran in and got Jordan Miller. Ugh, that is tough if you're Blake Moore.
And that'll be his day. It looks like. Yeah.
And that might have been the agreement between him and head coach Bert Fitzgerald. You know, hey, we'll let you go maybe as long as we think you can, but once any signs of danger start to show themselves, we may have to do something.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the case because Tucker Webb, he's going to jog off toward the dugout, presumably to grab his pitching glove, and Blake Moore looks like his day will be done. But he did all he could to get his team to this position. Keystone leads 7-4. Blake Moore will exit the ball game. Tucker Webb on in relief. We'll be back after this timeout.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
So Tucker Webb on in relief for Blake Moore, who will be responsible for the runner at first. That's Jordan Miller. But otherwise, 6 innings pitched for him. He gave up 4 hits, 4 walks. He struck out 10. And he gave up the 4 runs. And again, he is responsible for Jordan Miller over at first. But a heck of an outing for Blake Moore. He got battered and bruised throughout the process as well. So now it's up to Tucker Webb on in relief. Numbers pitching-wise for Tucker, 11 1/3 innings of work this season, sporting a 1.85 ERA. He's given up 7 runs, 3 of those earned. He's struck out 15. He's walked 10. He's 1-1 record-wise this season, and this will be his 6th appearance on the campaign. So can Tucker Webb bring it home for Keystone and send the Wildcats to the Sweet 16, or will Waynedale show their state championship prowess and find a way to rally here in the bottom of the 7th? They do have a base runner. It's Jordan Miller, as Hudson Barkman, the junior center fielder, digs in.
I mean, he comes in with a 3-run lead as well, so he has some room to work with. But
you know, it's almost one of those where I don't want to say you just ignore the runner at first, but you almost kind of can, because you just need outs. You just need outs. That 1 run won't hurt you. What hurts you is if you start giving up, multiple knocks. As there's a swing and a miss by Barkman, well behind on the fastball, 0-1. Barkman today is 1 for 3, a flyout, a strikeout, and an RBI single back in the 5th. Webb, the righty, throws to first, not in time, as back with a slide is Jordan Miller.
A double play ball would be huge for Keystone here.
Barkman, a righty, climbs back in. Down to the count, 0-1. Webb's pitch, fastball that missed outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Brock Reefsnyder due up after this. Colin McLaughlin in the hole. Waynedale, the defending state champs, ranked 21st in the state according to Max Preps. They trail by 3 as that fastball from Webb misses upstairs, inside as well. 2-1 the count. And boy, oh boy, they say, the last out's the toughest, but I think the last 3 kind of all fall into that similar category, don't they?
Absolutely.
And we knew it, though, right? We knew it coming into this half inning that Waynedale would give Keystone their best shot at the plate, and looks like that's the case.
Especially what's on the line right now, too.
Webb's pitch is a fastball that misses up. Count moves to 3-1, and it's extra tough right now for Keystone. Obviously, because Blake Moore was unable to finish, but he had Jordan Miller down in the count 0-2, and then he went inside and hit him with a fastball. So This could be a different story right now if that at-bat would have played out differently, but not the case. Barkman up in the count, 3-1. Webb comes set. His pitch. That one misses upstairs. And back-to-back have reached now for Waynedale here in the 7th, and it's the tying run. Because of course it is, Zach Sprague. Of course the tying run's going to come up in this game. It's Brock Reef-Snyder, the catcher, now digging in.
Why, of course. So we still got you with Amherst and Walsh Jesuit.
Maybe
at 5.
Maybe at 5. Maybe at 5:30 if this one continues.
Let's not speak that in existence.
That's
now.
not what the Keystone faithful want, I tell you. There's a good one right there to Brock Reef-Snyder, strike 1 on the fastball. Nobody out, 2 on here in the 7th. Waynedale trails Keystone 7-4. Trying to keep their season alive as Keystone looks to upset the defending state champs and head to the Sweet 16. Webb checks the runner at second, now fires. It's a breaking ball that stayed upstairs and missed. Count evens up at 1-1. Big thanks to all of you who have joined us so far. We'll have a very short Eco Tree Services postgame show. As, like Zach said, we'll have regional final softball, Amherst and Walsh Jesuit with Tim Alcorn and Jared Kozar at Berea. First pitch scheduled for 5. Fastball in there for a called strike, 1-2. I'm sure they'll have a great North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show for you, so we'll try to get you out there as quick as we can. If you're watching/listening on the YouTube channel, it's a different link, so you'll have to move over, but it'll still be right here on the YouTube channel and also on WEOL.com. Again, just a different link. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Reef-Snyder went chasing after a fastball outside. Good pitch there by Tucker Webb. And another strikeout by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So Webb gets that first strikeout. It's a big one. And now it'll be Colin McLaughlin, who is 1 for 2 today. A sacrifice bunt in the 2nd, ground out in the 4th, singled and then scored in the 6th.
Just a double play ball away for Keystone.
Tucker Webb comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball, a touch outside, maybe low. Oh, no, in there for a called strike. Sure. I'm sorry. It's just a slightly delayed call, and I keep looking away, and it's a close pitch. I'm thinking, oh, it's a ball. Nope, strike 1. 0-1. Tying run at the plate. Webb's pitch to him. That one missed up and away, 1-1. Maddox Kidd in the on-deck circle would be next, barring a double play ball. Cameron Mast, the 9-hole hitter, would be after that. 1-1 the count, 1 down here in the 7th. 3-run deficit for Waynedale. Webb's pitch. That one lifted into center field. That's going to get down for a base knock. Runner from second heading to third, rounding, and he'll score easily without a throw, and it's 7-5 after the RBI single by Colin McLaughlin, scoring Jordan Miller.
Nice soft liner up the middle there for McLaughlin. Just McKee having to stay back and not having a good beat on it coming in.
So Barkman moves up to second on that hit. Again, McLaughlin at first. Now the winning run comes up. That's Maddox Kidd, sophomore third baseman. 0 for 2 today. Also has a sacrifice bunt. Just 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Keystone's lead down to 2. Tucker Webb's pitch to Maddox. A fastball that missed, or in there, I'm sorry, for a called strike. Man, I keep thinking that's missing outside, and I think the Waynedale faithful in agreement with that one. You can hear them to our left. They may have a case there. That one did look a touch outside. Strike called nonetheless, 0-1. Webb looking at the runner, dancing at second. Breaking ball. That one in there for a called strike, 0-2. Boy, you could just sense the tension, the nerves on both sides right now. Folks in purple are on their feet. The folks from Waynedale are on their feet. These are two sides that sense a real great opportunity to get to the Sweet 16, a place that Waynedale's become familiar with. Keystone just trying to get there right now. Webb's pitch, that one lifted into right center field. That one dropping in a hurry. McKee extends, and he can't make the catch. Runners had to hold briefly, so everybody will move up a base, and it is a 1-out knock for Maddox Kidd as McLaughlin will move to second. Barkman had to stay put at third again. That one was hit toward the speedy McKee, who nearly
almost had it.
That's Sports Center top 10 if he can make the grab, but he can't. And so now the winning run, the tying run in scoring position at second. The winning run for Waynedale is Maddox Kidd at first, and it's the 9-hole hitter Cameron Mast now digging in. Senior right fielder. He has walked twice and has also reached on a catcher's interference, so he has not been put out yet here today. Tucker Webb's first pitch to him. Fastball shot for the outside corner, and he missed it. 1-0. As good as Blake Moore was today, a shame that he wasn't able to
finish this one.
Yeah, and Tucker Webb, boy, heart's got to be pounding out there right now for him. Another fastball in there for a called strike, 1-1.
You can hear the Waynedale parents and fans just getting into it right now.
Well, and I mean, again, those are two that they haven't voiced their displeasure about too much. Neither has the Keystone faithful, but those two have been maybe a little outside. That one up towards the third baseman. He knocks it down. Throw to first is going to not be in time, and it is a 7-6 game now as Hudson Barkman comes home to score. Cameron Mast safe at first on the infield single. Maddox Kidd moves up to second. Colin McLaughlin moves to third. And now the lineup turns back over to Braden Steiner, and head coach Bert Fitzgerald going to go have a conversation with his pitcher Tucker Webb. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that was just perfect placement of just.
And there's nothing. Well, it's not Tucker Webb at third anymore. I don't know who they put over there at third. As Tucker moved to the mound. Was it Hurley that they brought in from right? Okay, so I think Blake Moore maybe moved out to right then, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Okay, thank you. So I'll make that change now in my scorebook. But
Waynedale's making it interesting.
Boy, aren't they? And they have a chance to they would steal this one, I think you could call it, if they find a way to rally here now in the seventh. And you knew they would, right? We talked about it that whole last half inning, that even with that 3-run lead, would it be enough? I don't know. And right now, Waynedale one base hit away from tying this and maybe taking the lead.
This is Steiner up, yeah?
Yep. Maddox Kidd,
top of the lineup here.
Maddox Kidd with great speed at second. You would think he scores on anything to the outfield. And Braden Steiner, he started this game with a bang with that leadoff triple. Without a hit since then, though. 1 for 4 today. Tucker Webb's first pitch misses outside, ball 1.
You got to really think, Tucker Webb's really, he's getting the fans in his head right now.
There's a lot going on right now.
Composed.
Yep. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Braden. That one misses outside, 2-0. 7-6 our score. Keystone's lead down to just 1 run. Bases are full of Waynedale Golden Bears with just 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th, and it's the leadoff hitter for Waynedale, Braden Steiner, trying to win this one. The 2-0, ripped down the left field line. It's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Runner from third heading home, and Waynedale's going to win this one.
What a comeback. 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win the game for Waynedale.
2 RBI single for Braden Steiner. He will get mobbed out there on the pitching mound and on the infield. Heartbreak for Bert Fitzgerald and the Keystone Wildcats. What an effort from their guys here today. You can see the emotion on Tucker Webb, and man, you can't help but feel for that young man as he was not able to close this one out for Keystone. Wildcats fall in a heartbreaker here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Defending state champion Waynedale onto the Sweet 16. They knock off the Wildcats by a final score of 8-7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will have a very short Eco Tree Services postgame show before we get you out to Berea, where Tim Alcorn and Jared Kozar have regional final softball between Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. But again, your final score here in Canton. Waynedale ends the season of Keystone 8-7, the final score. We're back after this.
Hi, Tim Alcorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
A final here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium. Heartbreak for the Keystone Wildcats as they fall to defending state champion Waynedale. And congratulations to the Golden Bears. They advanced to the Sweet 16 by a final score of 8-7, a 4-run seventh inning for Waynedale. What a rally it was. Braden Steiner with the game-winning RBI single, scoring Colin McLaughlin and Maddox Kidd, who crossed the plate as the winning run for Waynedale here this afternoon. Rocco Nucci, Zach Sprague here with you. I guess we'll quickly get into this because, again, at 5 o'clock we'll have regional final softball between Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. Zach, what else can you say but hats off to Keystone. Incredible effort here today. A heartbreak for them, heartbreak for Blake Moore. He pitched his tail off here this afternoon. Unfortunately, the rest of the staff not able to get it done, and that's not all on Tucker Webb. It'd be unfair to pick on him exclusively. I know he's going to be feeling it here this afternoon, but what an effort from those guys here today. But that's why Waynedale has been to the state tournament 4 years in a row. That's why they've won 3 of the last 4. That's why they're defending state champions, because they're never out of a game. That's 3 separate times they had to rally from behind today, and they do so enough in the end to win it.
Exactly. I mean, you score 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th and knock the starting pitcher out, who has held you to not scoring any more than 2 runs in an inning the entire game. You get him out. You get Blake Moore out. Bring Webb in, who warmed up about, I would say, a half hour ago, but at the time he came in, had to kind of warm up again and get him back in the groove, but just timely. That's the timely hitting. They had this inning started off by the hit by pitch, and just that's that champion mindset that Waynedale has, obviously, and it showed.
That's a great point you make with the hit by pitch. It was Jordan Miller who was hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count as Blake Moore started that 7th inning, and you can't help but wonder, if that's a fastball that just, if he runs it inside, not that far to where he hits him, but maybe he gets Jordan Miller to strike out on it. Does that 7th inning go differently? A lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, I think, today for Keystone, and they even had more opportunities, right? They had left the bases loaded at one point, left plenty of runners on the bases. As looking at the final line score, 8 runs for Waynedale on 8 hits, 1 error defensively. They left 8 stranded. Keystone, 7 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors defensively. They left 9 stranded. So
a lot of stranded players, a lot of missed opportunities. But that was like in the middle of the game, and Keystone's came in near the late innings that they could have capitalized more and maybe put the game away a little more.
Agreed.
But hats off to Waynedale, man.
No question.
What a comeback to score 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Back against the wall.
Yeah, congratulations to the Waynedale Golden Bears. They are on to the Sweet 16 once again. Congratulations to Lucas Doherty, their head coach. And, hey, I'll tell you what, good for Logan Troyer, man. You said it. That kid was a warrior. And all in all, he's going to end up getting the win for this one here today. In a game that took about 2 hours and 40 minutes, playing in the low 70s here today. What an awesome game of baseball this was. And, again, hearts go out to the Keystone Wildcats and the LaGrange faithful who made the trip out here. They see their guys' season come to a close today. Waynedale knocks off Keystone by a final score of 8-7. Mr. Sprague? Pleasure
Echo?
as always to do this with you, my friend.
Of course.
And a big thanks to both head coaches, Bert Fitzgerald from Keystone, Lucas Doherty from Waynedale, getting us all the information and good stuff. Big thanks to site manager Ed Reifus out here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, as this has been the EcoTree Services post-game show. And one more time before we send things out to Tim Alcorn and Jared Kozar in Berea, they got Division II Regional Final softball between Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. Got to thank our sponsors here today, your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco, Network Lane Title Agency, Nick Abraham Buick GMC, and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, Valley Chevrolet, and again our post-game sponsor, EcoTree Services. For everybody here at Thurman Munson Memorial Stadium, for Zach Sprague, I am Rocco Nucci saying one more time your final score in this Division 5 District Final. Waynedale, a winner over Keystone by a final of 8-7. Don't go anywhere, folks. Well, you do want to go somewhere. You want to go to that other link on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Tim Alcorn, Jared Kozar have regional final softball from Berea, Amherst and Walsh Jesuit. First pitch coming up at 5 o'clock right here